and enjoy.
My dear king, after bewildering her husband in different ways and bringing him under her control, the wife of King Puranjana gave him all satisfaction and enjoyed sex life with him. So this is about literally, if you have to see, it is that the Atma and intelligence are collaborating. Basically, they are relating to each other. That's how we should see it. And Prabhupada also in parallel runs the thread of the other track of how husband and wife should also be. So he writes a very beautiful line here in the second paragraph. Mm, by coming home, take this. This is very nice thing. A sinful life can be counteracted by various processes of religion, such as yajna, vrata, and dana. That is the performance of sacrifices, taking of a vow for some religious ritual, and the giving of charity. In this way, one may become free from the reactions of sinful life. And at the same time, awaken his original Krishna consciousness. These things are actually helpful. Whatever people doing dana, then see, on the one side we may say that is also there that without Krishna consciousness this is all of not much use. That is also there in our shastras, and we many times say these things. But honestly speaking, these are all like little advancements, like 1%, 0.5% advancement towards the Krishna consciousness. Eventually, these Ajnata Sukritis will help. So they may know what they are doing, they may not know what they are doing, but still, whatever they are doing now, that will give them the little blessing. So that is why from there, and at the same time, awaken his original Krishna consciousness. By coming home, taking his bath, eating nice foodstuffs, getting refreshed, and searching out his wife, King Puranjana came to his good consciousness in his family life. In other words, a systematic family life as enjoined in the Vedas is better than an irresponsible sinful life. If a husband and wife combine together in Krishna consciousness and live together peacefully, that is very nice. This is what Prabhupada is giving the highlight. Very, very, very practical points. Prabhupada is, see, if you see, overall, if you see Prabhupada's purports now, he will cover all angles. One side he will say sex life is tucham, yanmaitunadigrahamedi tucham. On the other side, he will say a systematic family life as enjoined in the Vedas is better than an irresponsible sinful life. See, this is why Prabhupada is so great. That I covers that area also. Right? And at the same time, he is also bringing out the mapping, the parallel track, that is how Atma and Buddhi should combine together to create a good consciousness and go towards Krishna consciousness. So that is it. And he is also telling on the other side of it, Bharya Rupavati Shatruhu, a beautiful wife is an enemy. See, it's such a practical point. It's a very practical point. See, suppose you have a very beautiful, suppose one person has a very beautiful wife, and he will be very happy that my wife is very beautiful. Now, you see, so many problems are there. First problem is he takes her out, everybody will watch her, and he will feel very insecure. He will get angry at all those people. Is one problem. Second problem is how much money he has to spend on her makeup kit. Right? Because once they become Rupavati, they have to maintain that Rupam. And that getting it is one difficulty, maintaining it is even greater difficulty. And another problem is he will feel inferior. And he will always be afraid that this girl may catch any other boy and run away, leave me and run away. So there is no greater danger than having a Rupavati Bharya. Rupavati means, and they will also be naturally proud of their beauty. That is naturally, that is there. And then it's so many complications are there. So Prabhupada covers all those things also in this. Everywhere, in all angles, Prabhupada will cover. That's why it is a holistic purport Prabhupada is giving. One side is Krishna conscious side, another side is all the pros and cons of the material side of life also. All those things. And too much attracted to her, again they're also enemy. Because when he's too much attracted to her, he will forget about Krishna consciousness. He will forget about his spiritual life. We saw like Pururava running behind Urvasi. You know that story now? That's the best story in Bhagavatam. Maharaj used to love explaining that story. How a man runs after the woman when he is so much mad after such a great personality like Pururava. Hmm? He runs behind Urvasi like a dog, a pet dog. This is how this world will attract and steal away our consciousness. So now she is very intelligently, she knows how to control the man. Maharaj used to say that, in the family life, the husband will bend his back to bring money and to do all the facilities. Hmm? He tells from those days also it is the same thing. But after he does all these things, then the wife will tell, you are Buddhu, and because of me, you are intelligent. This is the truth. You naturally, they will think like that. Because you married me, everything is good is happening to you. And they will say, you don't have, because I told you, that is why it naturally. Now in material life, these people make jokes out of it. No? I am the boss in this way, in this house, and I have my wife's permission to say so. You heard that statement? I am the boss in this house, and I have my wife's permission to say so. So in material life also, this material world also, they make jokes out of this, but that is true. That is how the woman tends to think, and it is natural for her. And they are proud that my husband is so and so. They will take proud of husband's disqualification also. 3 women went to the fetching water. So each one of them were glorifying about their husbands. You know that story? So this first lady says that my husband, when he writes, it is so neat that everybody can understand. Then the second lady says, man, to hell with your husband. My husband is even greater. When he writes, only he can understand, no one else can understand. And the third lady, she says, both your husbands are dunce, and you are also dunce. My husband, when he writes, he cannot also understand, others also cannot understand. So they can take pride of anything and everything. That's the message that Maharaj was telling. So, well, what is the good thing? You write, you also don't understand. But she's so proud. See, so great that even he cannot understand. He can write in such a way that even he cannot understand. So we have to have some logic on becoming proud also. What you were proud of? So let's go to the next verse. Sarajamahishim Rajan Susnatam Ruchirananam Krita Swastyayanam Triptam Abhyanandat Upagatam.
The queen took her bath and dressed herself nicely with all auspicious garments and ornaments. After taking food and becoming completely satisfied, she returned to the king. Upon seeing her beautifully decorated, attractive face, the king welcomed her with all devotion.
See, this is the beauty. You see the parallel between soul and the intelligence. Man and the woman, husband and the wife, soul and the intelligence. When the intelligence is down, then the soul cannot experience the spiritual thing. But when the intelligence is nicely decorated, this is sadhu alankrita. Yesterday we saw that phrase, no? Sadhu alankrita, decorated by the knowledge. So if the intelligence is eager for devotion, then the Atma is very much pleased. And it is become very enthused and inspired. Like in our morning Bhagavatam class, we sit and hear. At that time, our intelligence, because Prabhupada instigates our intelligence. He stokes our intelligence. In the fire wood is there, you stoke it, no? Then it glows more. Like that, our Prabhupada's words instigates our intelligence to think. That is why at the end of the class, so many questions are coming. If you are trained properly to taste Krishna, taste Bhagavatam, then we will naturally ask questions, inquisitive questions. So there is no end to the questions in Pune. All other places you have to beg people for questions. But here there is no stop also. That is the beauty. That is the sadhu alankrita. Because since morning we are with Krishna, Mangalarti, chanting, and we're all doing it together. No, like Prachetas are doing cooperatively. You're all sitting together and chanting. You are cooperating means when some other devotee is doing his seva, you can either help him and enhance his seva, or not disturb him and enhance his seva. Keep quiet and do his seva. Let him do the seva. You understand? Many times Balram also, he without entering into Krishna's pastime, he enhances that pastime. But when he comes in, it will create a disturbance. So Krishna deliberately does certain pastimes and Balram is not there. Actually, Balram's appearance day is the disappearance day of another person. You know that? Agasura. The day they went for this picnic, that day was Balram Jayanti. That was Balram's appearance day. So Yashoda and Rohini kept him at home and did all decorations, sweetmeats, and all those things. So he didn't go. Krishna took all the other boys and went and to allow Brahma Vimohan Leela to happen. If Balram had come, he would have stopped that Leela. But Krishna wanted that Leela to happen. That Agasura to, because he would have stopped the children to enter into the other Gopas to enter in. He would have not allowed Brahma to do that Vimohana. So Krishna deliberately chose this day for that picnic. So Balram was at home. And that is why how this thing happened till the end of the pastime, Balram also does not know. You understand? So Balram, by not entering into that pastime, he enhanced Krishna's pastime. So when we have to do cooperation, we can do cooperation by either assisting that person or not interfering into that service. If you are not there, they will do the service better sometimes. Right? We will unnecessarily interfere sometimes. So we have to identify, be sensitive to where we are needed and where we are not needed. The best example is Garuda. Garuda, when the Samudra Manthan happened, when the Samudra Manthan happened, these demons and devatas, they were all carrying that Meru. They are all smashed by the weight of the Meru. Then what Krishna does, he comes in the back of the Garuda, and the Garuda puts it in the back of the Garuda, and he carries it and brings it to the area, that Samudra area. So he comes, brings and lands it there. Then as soon as he puts the Meru mountain down, Vishnu tells him, you better leave now. Then he said, Bhagwan, the pastime has not even started. You are denying me the opportunity. I've done so much seva to you. Please give me an opportunity. But then Vishnu says, no, you go back. Why? Because he has to summon Vasuki for the churning rope. So Vasuki, for it to do his service properly, Garuda is his enemy. The snake is the food for Garuda. So if Garuda is standing there, he will always be afraid of that man and he will not do the service properly. He wanted him to do freely his seva, Vasuki. So Krishna says, you go, if you are here, Vasuki will not do his service properly. And then when will I get the Amrita? Don't worry, when I come, I will bring one pot for you. Till then you have paid leave. No earned leave. No loss of pay. Because I am not there, you will not get any duty. So you enjoy your time. Eat as many fish as you want, as much of prasadam as you want. Nobody will come and disturb you. Enjoy your time there in Vaikunta. I will call you when my job is over. You come, I will book the Ola cab for you. You come and take me back. This is how, by not being there, Garuda helped in that service. So many times you have to understand sensitivity. Maharaj also taught us many times. Prabhupada also teaches us many times. One devotee was a nice devotee, but somehow in that congregation, the other devotees are feeling a little bit disturbed by this devotee's thing being there. So he went and asked Maharaj, what should I do? He said, Maharaj said, you please leave the place for some time, go somewhere else for change of air, then come back after a few months. Then he said, Maharaj, I didn't do any mistake. They are having that misunderstanding. For that you are punishing me. I said, no. I want you also to engage in seva. I want them also to engage in seva. In some cases, when both living entities are together, then both of you will not do the service properly. So you be operate there, they operate here. That way you both cooperate. Cooperation can be done even when you are completely away from each other. When you are not even in the picture. So this is all the ways to serve, you know. So let's see the next verse. What is it now coming? Yeah, this we were talking about, um, that the woman should dress herself. These lines are very nice. Some lines when Prabhupada writes, no, he writes in a very social point of view. Also, he writes very nicely. See, read this last 5, 6 lines. In other words, or before that, it's a duty of the wife.
It is the duty of the wife to dress herself up very nicely so that when her husband returns home, he becomes attracted by her dress and cleanliness and thus becomes satisfied. In other words, the wife is the inspiration of all good intelligence. Upon seeing one's wife dressed nicely, one can think very soberly about family business. When a person is too anxious about family affairs, he cannot discharge his family duties very nicely.
Prabhupada here is not talking about sexual action. He's talking about the sadhu alankrita from both perspectives. Intelligence also. This is actually, we'll see it from that intelligence point of view. Also, here normally in a husband-wife relationship, also we can see this very clearly that the wife is not dressed properly. Like earlier, Puranjani was like that. So if a lady at home is like that, husband will feel that something is not good. She's not happy. That anytime, forget about husband wife. Anytime, even brahmachari ashram or any place for that matter, if people around you are not very active, not very happy, we feel disturbed, no? Because by nature, our Atma wants everybody around us to be happy. That is the nature of the Atma. We want everybody around us to be happy. And when we see somebody not happy, then we try to ask why you are not happy. What can I do for you? Right? So that is why same way when a husband is at home, if the wife is dressed nicely, then it means that she is looking forward to meeting her husband. Which means, okay, you can, there is a mutual looking forward or thing to happiness. Yes. If she doesn't care for the husband at all, she is locking the door and going away. That is not Krishna consciousness. Even in among devotees also, Grahastha devotees also, is a very important point to note. Many times the husband and wife are so much involved in their service that they don't even understand. Both of them are living like sannyasis. Or in other words, they don't even care for what is there at a home. When the either the husband or wife over they come home, the vessels are dumped there in the kitchen sink. And the house is not cleaned at all. Dresses are all thrown in the corner of the house, and the plants or whatever thing, they are all not watered properly. They are dead. And the electricity bill is not paid. The bathroom is not cleaned. The water thing is not taken care. All those things are just like that. It is just what should I say? Completely dirty and shabby. Will you think anybody will be happy in that kind of a condition? Mind will be so much disturbed. So it's very important to have an organized life. That is why Maharaj always said, whether it is brahmacharya ashram or vanaprastha grahastha ashram, our organized life should start from our shaving kit. I would say you should have not more than 2 razors in your shaving kit. You should not have not no more than two razors in your thing maximum. One for using, another for replace. That's all. If you have too many, then you will in the morning Mangalarti, you will be putting one and you'll be, it's paining, it's not. Then you will replace one more. Then by that way, you will lose 10 minutes already. And then you will rush to the temple to put the signature and the thing. And it will be late by then. This is, and it should not be like cloth hanging anywhere and everywhere. Everything should be organized. When you have, see, this table is there. Nothing is there except for a kartala or a thing. It looks pretty simple, no? If I have a table where everything is scattered around, 10 books are here, something, some 110 pens are here, nothing is writing. You take one, you'll write, it is system. Another day you type, write, it is not working. You're so disturbed you are. Keep only that which is writing. Right? What are you going to do with a pen which has lost its ink? What is the point in keeping it in your bag? If it is not writing, throw it away. It's not like a ink pen where you fill the ink, ball pen and all. It's like finished means finished, throw it away, throw it away. What are you going to do with it? 100 pens will be there in our bags. How much time we are wasting in those things? So that is why, in whether it is household life or brahmacharya life or anything, life is life. So we have to be really organized and not have 20 kurtas in our cupboard. Unless one kurta is completely finished, why you have to go to another kurta? No, I like that kurta better. This is kurta. Again, sense gratification. We are saying I renounced. What we have renounced? 20 kurtas are there. 20 dhotis are there. You are putting only one dhoti. Why you want 20 dhotis? Just give it away. Prabhupada also will give it away. Whatever comes, he will give it away. Right? That is where the simple life. If you have to relish Bhagavatam, lead a very simple life. Organized, simple life will give us more time to enjoy these things and appreciate all this. I was telling our Sudama Nath Prabhu, he was also asking me some question how to relish Bhagavatam. He just said, first point, Bhagavatam is not a book. It is Krishna. First, understand that point. Engrave that thought in your heart. Second thing is, keep your life simple and organized. Keep it very simple and organized. Right time you go to sleep, right time you get up. Like that you keep organized life, then you don't have to struggle hard. Don't eat prasadam, dump prasadam as much as you, our stomach is not Govardhan Parbat. You just have to eat just the limit, just enough. Ahara Suddha. Yesterday only we saw, no, prasadam is there, prasadam may be free, but stomach is yours. Right? Just because prasadam is free, if you dump, then what will happen? All dump, all daka, everything will come, and then you have to go to the doctor for digestion tablets. So this is all things. See how nicely Prabhupada is writing. Can you read further? In other words, the wife is the inspiration of all good intelligence. Correct?
Upon seeing one's wife dressed nicely, one can think very soberly about family business.
This is very nicely Prabhupada is writing this. If they are dressed nicely, it means whatever hard work you are doing, for what you are doing, for their happiness only, for them to be happy. So they are accepting whatever hard work you are doing to take the thing. You just, the husband can go, okay, now I can go peacefully and do my job. If they are not happy, then you have to spend time, understand what is the problem, all that. Right? So the next, please read.
When a person is too anxious about family affairs, he cannot discharge his family duties nicely.
See, family affairs, husband is, the wife is crying, children are not well, then you will not be able to discharge his family duties properly. This is your occupation and all, you cannot do properly. Yes, Prabhu.
A wife is therefore supposed to be an inspiration and should keep the husband's intelligence in good order so that they can combinedly prosecute the affairs of family life without impediment.
This is a proper statement for all grahasthas. In this chapter, you will see lots and lots of instructions for the grahasthas. Like yesterday I told you, take one paragraph, that paragraph you write grahastha seminar. This also should be grahastha seminar. You can give a whole seminar on grahastha ashrama from this transcendental purports. Right? Let's go further. Tayo paguda parirabdha kandharo raho numantrairapakrushta chetanaha nakaalaramho bubudhe duratyayam diva nisheti pramada parigraha.
Queen Puranjani embraced the king, and the king also responded by embracing her shoulders. In this way, in a solitary place, they enjoyed joking words. Thus, King Puranjan became very much captivated by his beautiful wife and deviated from his good sense. He forgot that passing of days and nights meant that his span of life was being reduced without profit.
So in this purport, Prabhupada is highlighting on the importance of time, utilizing the time properly. You see here, human consciousness should be used from their middle of the purport. Human consciousness.
Human consciousness should be used for elevation of Krishna consciousness. But when a person is too much attracted to his wife and family affairs, he does not take Krishna consciousness very seriously.
See, if somebody is coming with a wife not obeying, or he is going anywhere, everywhere, he will be very disturbed. When he comes to Bhagavatam class also, he cannot focus on the points. He will be thinking about that only. Especially these relationship problems, no? They bog your mind like anything, completely hog your mind. And to nothing, you will say, Maharaj used to say that woman has captured his brain completely. She has occupied his brain completely. She is dictating terms. He looks like he is coming here and going, but he is completely lost. One person, anybody, Maharaj would say that. It is very difficult for a man. Or the same thing goes for the woman also. Especially for the man, it is, he cannot do. Let's continue.
He thus becomes degraded, not knowing that he cannot buy back even a second of his life in return for millions of dollars.
How much time they are wasting on fixing the relations and this and that. They don't understand the time wasted will not come back at all. They talk for hours together. They take the phone and they don't put the phone at all. And then WhatsApp messages, long messages goes. No voice message. And WhatsApp is also very shrewd. So what they know that the people are, their main aim is to disturb the people. Before WhatsApp came, no, there were not so many divorces and this and that. Now in WhatsApp only, like talak, they will just say, right? In WhatsApp only divorce, matchmaking also happens in WhatsApp. Divorce also happens in WhatsApp. That's it, finished. So these Facebooks and WhatsApps, no, they have taken avatar to kill the culture of the Vedic culture completely. Right? So this is what they do in WhatsApp. They just send message after message after message. And then this person completely gets disturbed. Married husband, wife, I'm talking about. Then they tell, you said like this on that day. Then the WhatsApp remembers all the messages also. You might have forgotten. But WhatsApp has a proof of all those messages. Then they'll do reply of that and see, this is the message I am referring to. You said like this. And then you go there and do it. So what about it? And he will put, you did like this. That is, I did. And the blue tick is the greatest demon. You see a person with double blue tick, your message they have read and they don't respond, then that's it. You read my message, you didn't respond. I don't like it. How many times I have read this message? So for that, WhatsApp gives you another trick. So you can go to the settings and say, you can read, but you can keep it unread in that gray color or black color, whatever. Right? So what happens is you put that in gray color and you think that that person doesn't see. And for that also WhatsApp is another trick. You can go to that iMessage and you can open it and see that it is red, but he still is not blue in color. So he is cheating me. He knows that I will question. That's why he made the setting in his phone. See the rascaldom? And this is what Sukha Ushadam Tadapi Dukkam Atadiyaham, that Prahlad Maharaj says. One dukkha you couldn't able to communicate properly. For that he found a Aushadam, that is WhatsApp. And then what did he do? That dukkha became even more dukkha than the original dukkha. Then you think that, my God, this woman, she starts talking, she doesn't stop at all. So during office hours also, continuously they will call. They don't care what happens. You're the chairman or the client or whatever. They don't care. For me, I am most important. This is what I don't. But then when the salary doesn't come, the job is gone, that also you will get the scolding. You should be intelligent enough. You are Buddhu. You don't understand. So the same thing goes both ways. And then our WhatsApp person is enjoying. The more messages are exchanged, the more I am earning. So the more relationship problem are there, the more messages. See how rascaldom is happening. Hmm? And remember, now it is disturbing devotees also. In the early morning, you chant also, at the time it will pop up. Then you will see your mind will go, what is there in it? It will be just some forward message, that's all. Somewhere in some group, somebody would have connected and some forward message. And then you see, as if it is very important for you. This is how we become busy. We are made to look like we are busy, but we are not busy. Hmm? This is where we have to understand. We should know that your wife is, they were supposed to be inspiration. Then the life will be happy. Now, see, the important thing is, okay, we are talking about this time point here. See, he does not take Krishna very seriously. Can you please read further?
The greatest loss in life is passing time without understanding Krishna. Every moment of our life should be utilized properly. And the proper use of life is to increase devotional service to the Lord. Without devotional service to the Lord, the activities of life become simply waste of time. Shrama eva hi kevalam. Simply by becoming dutiful, we do not make any profit in life. As confirmed in Bhagavatam, Dharma
Dharmasvanushtita punsam vishwaksena katasuyaha nautpadayadiratim shrama eva hi kevalam.
If after performing one's occupational duty very perfectly, one does not make progress in Krishna consciousness, it should be understood that he is simply wasted his time in valueless labor.
See, if after performing one's this is that tyaktva swadharmam charanam bhujam harit. This is a very nice important point. If dharma swanushtita punsam vishwakshena kata na utpadayat, if it has not arisen in your heart, taste for hearing Krishna katha, sramayavahi kevalam. You'll see the next one. So this is how he is wasting his time. Purajana is wasting his time. So we have to be very careful in not being. See, the beautiful intelligence also means very what do you call? Very smart intelligence or very powerful intelligence. What happens? This intelligence, when it is decorated beautifully from a material point of view, it means you can be a very intelligent, like a materially intelligent person. Okay. What happens is the soul cannot control a material intelligence so easily, because what's that word? It bewilders you, and it rebels against the soul. I am more intelligent. That is what a material consciousness does. Material intelligence tells that, no, I know better, you just don't tell me anything. Soul will say, please go to Krishna. But intelligence will say, no, I know how to go. I have the Google map with me. You don't worry. Google map is more accurate than you. Like that it will say. But Atma tries to drive the intelligence towards Krishna, it will not go. So that's a thing with the smart intelligence. They become rebellious. शयान उन्नद्द मदो महामना महार्ह तल्पे महिषी भुजोपदि कामेव वीरो मनुते परम यत तमो विभूतो न निजं परम चयत्.
In this way, increasingly overwhelmed by illusion, King Puranjan, although advanced in consciousness, remained always lying down with his head on the pillow of his wife's arms. In this way, he considered woman to be his ultimate life and soul. Becoming thus overwhelmed by the mood of ignorance, he could not understand the meaning of self-realization, of his self, or of the supreme personality of Godhead.
This is how a soul continues to degrade. Prabhupada writes a very, very strong statement here about tamodvaram yoshitam sangi sangam. He says that thinking about a woman and actually staying with a woman, both are same. Thinking about a woman is as good as staying with a woman. Prabhupada writes in the purport. Next one. Tayaivam ramamanasya कामकश्मल चेतसः क्षणार्धम इव राजेन्द्र Vyatikrantam navam vayaha.
My dear King Prachina Bharishat, in this way, King Purujan, with his heart full of lust and sinful reactions, began to enjoy sex with his wife, and in this way, his new life and youth expired in half a moment.
Half a moment. See, this is a very nice a set of shlokas you would have heard in Prahlad Maharaj's teachings. Kutumba Poshaya Viyan Nijayo. You have read that? You heard it, no? It tells about how age is, one's life is destroyed by the sense gratification. Let's go to there and see what he's telling there. This is how we should connect Bhagavatam from one section to another. You know? Where is that? 6th chapter, 7th chapter, I think. 6th. Sixth, no. No, I think it is 7th. Kutumba Poshaya Viyan Nijayu. Where is it? Sixth only, huh? What is that? Yes, it is 6. 7, 6, 14, I think. Can you read those translations alone? No. No, that half the life is taken away. Where is that? 6, no? Yes, yes. Pums. Yes.
6.6
Punso Varsha Shatam Ayus. Yeah. Please read that.
translation. Every human being has a maximum duration of life of 100 years, but for one who cannot control his senses, half of those years are completely lost because at night he sleeps 12 hours, being covered by ignorance. Therefore, such a person has a lifetime of only 50 years.
Next.
Ne-
In a tender
every-
age of childhood.
In the tender age of childhood, when everyone is bewildered, one passes 10 years. Similarly, in boyhood, engaged in sporting and playing, one passes another 10 years. In this way, 20 years are wasted. Similarly, in old age, when one is invalid, unable to perform even material activities, one passes another 20 years wastefully.
This is a very important point about old age. This will come in our section now. Jara will come. Very beautiful section.
One whose mind and senses are uncontrolled becomes increasingly attached to family life because of insatiable lusty desires and very strong illusion. In such a madman's life, the remaining years are also wasted because even during those years, he cannot engage himself in devotional service.
So he's made the account for 100 years. 0. Minus 50, minus 20, minus 20, minus 10. No, nothing is left for you. So this is really how intelligently Prahlad Maharaj has given the reality, no? The same thing our Alvars also pray. Alvar also say the same thing. This exactly same message what he is giving. Anyway, let's continue now. Which one? Next one, no? Yeah, here this we didn't read the purport for this, no? Verse number 5. Or did we?
Shlok Govindas.
No, don't worry. You'll just Shankshep me we will sing. See, when Prabhupada writes here nicely in the second paragraph, when one comes, the time and tide wait for no man. The span of youth expires very quickly. One who pays his life simply by committing sinful activities in youth immediately becomes disappointed and disillusioned when the brief period of youth is over. Maharaj used to say one very nice connection that in Gujarati, they call it Javani. In Hindi also it is Javani. And there is one more word called Javani. Javanuche, they say. Right? So Javanu means going. So Javani, Javani. That which is youth, it very far, quickly it will go away. Don't think that it will last forever. What is that shloka? Chalat chittam, chalat vittam, chalat jivana yauvanam. Chala chalam idam sarvam, bhaktir yasya jivati. Chalat, everything is chalat. Easily it will momentarily flickering it is. Chalat chittam, chalat vittam, vittam also. Chalat jivana yauvanam. Yauvanam also is it go away. Chala chalam idam sarvam. Everything is chala chalam in this world. Only thing that is not chala is bhakti. So just take to that only, he says. Okay, let's read further. Tasyam ajanayat putran.
Tasyam ajayanat putran puranjanyam puranjanam satani ekadasa birad ayusha ardham atatyagat
Ayushordham athatyagat.
athat. The great sage Narada then addressed King Prachini Varsisat, O one whose lifespan is great, Virat. In this way, King Puranjan begot 1,100 sons within the womb of his wife Puranjani. However, in this business, he passed away half of his lifespan.
So he may pass away half his lifespan. But Prabhupada is giving a very nice revelation towards the end of it. If a man is in good consciousness,
If a man is in good consciousness, he consults with his religious wife, and as a result of this consultation with intelligence, one advances in his ability to estimate the value of life.
beautiful point, no? Such a beautiful point. If the soul consults with his good intelligence, means the intelligence that is trained in Krishna consciousness, which knows the rights and wrongs in the perspective of Krishna consciousness, spiritual, from the perspective of the spiritual life. If for us killing an animal is wrong, from the perspective of the spiritual life, someone in what is that called? They have these different groups, no? Animal protection groups. PETA. They are also saying animal killing is wrong, but then their motive is different. This thing is no animal should be killed. For them, only the pet dogs, like pet cats, should not be killed. Cows can be killed. Rascaldom. My enjoyment is more important. Other things I will only talk about. No. Cat is nice. Pet dog is nice. And they are also passing stool in the middle of your home. You will clean that. In America, it's a crazy thing. People go with the gloves in hand. Early morning, they will take the dog for a walk. Because there, the rule is, if the dog passes stool, poops, they call it poop, dog poop. When dog passes stool, you have to take it yourself. Man, the child is given to the maid servant she washes the child's dirts. And they are walking the dog, and for dogs to poop, they carry. Otherwise, the police will fine you. There is any limit to the madness? And the dog is walking very joyfully, pulling the man. So Prabhupada once said, man, who is the master there, dog or the man? That dog is pulling and the man is going behind. Let's continue this.
If, in other words, if one is fortunate enough to have a good conscientious wife, he can decide by mutual consultation that human life is meant for advancing in Krishna consciousness and not for begetting a large number of children. Children are called parinam or byproducts, and when one consults his good intelligence, he can see his byproduct should be the expansion of his Krishna consciousness.
Byproduct should be the expansion of his Krishna consciousness. That is why we talk about in our Vedic culture, this Garbhadhan, Sanskar, and chanting and being in good consciousness, studying some Bhagavad, nice mood. In nice mood, you be in sattva mode before you try to produce children. All those things are described so that good children can be produced. Now, though we have all Hiranyakashipu descendants, what can we do? There is no. They use contraceptives. They use everything and anything possible because they just want for just sense gratification. That's all. There is no responsibility, and the children are thrown into the orphanage. The third husband, third father, fourth mother. Maharaj used to say this: at least give real father and mother to your children. It's a very beautiful statement. When he made this statement, he meant that you don't separate. You don't divorce, you don't separate. That's what he meant. And he said, give real father and mother to your children. Because once when Maharaj was giving I think he was to conduct a marriage for one of the young couple, young boy and a girl. So the girl comes with her father and mother. Father is third time married, mother is fourth time married. And which marriage this child was born, they don't know. And they both are coming and sitting. There is no connection at all in that relationship. It's such that the wife and the second or third husband, whatever there is, they will think that this is my current husband. But for the child, this husband is not the father. Child never considers that husband as the father. It only considers the original father, whatever the fight may be between the husband and wife. But for the child, father is the father, mother is the mother. Third, fourth and all nahi. Pehla wala, bas, that's all. Right? So when Maharaj always pleaded that please, you don't have to do anything else. At least give real father and mother to your children. Because children don't accept that person as the father at all, especially when they are grown up. Prajna, when they Kaumaras Acharit Prajna, that when the Prajna comes, they will not take care at all. One incident happened when Maharaj was giving class in London, one of the home programs. One lady was sitting there and her child was there, and another man was standing, and I think her husband looks like. So this child was continuously doing like this, mummy, mummy, mummy. Oh, what do you want? Don't disturb me. I'm here in the class. She said, no, I want ice cream. Then she said, you ask the father. And she turned to the speaker and she was listening. And this child looks here and there. That man is standing there. But as far as the child is concerned, he is not the father. Her father is weekend whenever he comes and meets, that is the father. Right? Weekend or that's whenever they are allowed to meet, no? That is the father. So she cannot accept this man as the father. You understand? But people don't understand the challenges that the children face. They are only worried about their own self-centered life, fully selfish life. And that is why the next generation are coming as royal editions. What wrong did they do to get into that life? Because you want sense gratification, they are all suffering. This is what Maharaj would say. That's why he said, give real father and mother to the children. For that, he would say, if you don't, at least get lost. If you don't have children and you cannot get along, just get lost. But at least don't marry after that. Once bitten, twice shy. Here, same thing. Oh, here the sense gratification was not that good. There it will be good. What's the point? So we are destroying the, and then we are going and speaking Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavatam. How will it work? There is no preaching and practice are totally daylight differences there. It's important that we set the standards for quality. Prabhupada set the standard for the quality. Right? Don't try to punch about the weight or bite off more than what you can chew. Nobody is going to become devotee by hearing to our verbal vomit. Whatever we just all the analytical, technical things that we are giving. We should touch the heart of that soul by relating practically. Otherwise, it is just some so some just a hearing material, that's all. There is no transformation at all. Got to be very careful. Especially, we are a preaching movement. Prabhupada wants everyone of what is that? Amar Agya Guru Haya Tare Desh. Prachar karo. Sabko. Everybody should do prachar. Prachar means what? I made somebody a devotee. No. You first become a devotee, then you can make everybody a devotee. So difficult, Prabhu. It is Prabhupada has made this prachar not just for expanding the movement. He knew that this is the only way for our purification. Without preaching, we cannot purify ourselves. I may think that I am a good devotee. Because only when I go out and speak, all that retaliation and everything comes, no. If I keep quiet, everybody will think I am a nice person, sadhu. Correct now? Come, just see darshan, go do by your own thing. Then nobody cares for you. Nobody says anything about it. Once you open the mouth, then you have to show it in practice. You are accountable to every single word that you are speaking, isn't it? People will come and question you. I am bewildered many times. I'm afraid of giving classes because people will now in YouTube, they will go in that day, that record, and you said like this. But now you are doing like this. Easily they can question. Now it's all the more wide open. Earlier, at least, no recording and all was there. You can say, no, deny. You can say, I don't know, I didn't tell. Now you cannot say anything. You say, no, I'll show you the proof. Clipping, they'll show you. You have to be very careful. That's why this life, whether it is our family life or spiritual life, everything should be done in a very honest way. As much as possible, we should be honest in our life. Just don't go beyond what our limits are. But do it to the best of your ability. Like that sparrow, no? Sparrow is very, very small sparrow. This ocean took away its eggs. That beautiful story. Prabhupada likes that story very much. The ocean takes away that. But the sparrow, what it does, I will empty you with my beak. And ocean laughs. But it doesn't care. It goes and takes water. Big. What is that its beak can hold? 2-3 drops. And the ocean laughs. But seeing the determination of the sparrow, Garudji come and threatens. Then ocean is afraid. Oh no, his boss is really really terrifying. So then he returns back the eggs. Like that, we have to understand that whatever we are doing, we should do within our limitation to the best of our ability. Sparrow didn't think that I have only this much beak. How can I empty it? It just said, I will die or I will empty the ocean. It doesn't matter. That level of determination should be there. Okay. Where are we? Let's go further. Any questions, comments so far? Let's go further. Please read the verse.
द्वित्रर्दशोत्तरशतं पित्रमात्र यशस्करिः शीलोदार्य गुणोपेतः पौरंजन्यः प्रजापते. O Prajapati, King Prachina Varishat, in this way, O Prajapati, King Prachina Varishat, in this way, King Puranjan also begot 110 daughters. All of these were equally glorified like the father and mother. Their behavior was gentle and they possessed magnanimity and other good qualities.
The same thing about Garbhadhana Samskar and all what we talked about, same thing is covered by Prabhupada here. Next, Sa Panchalapati Putran Pitruvamsha Vivardhanan Dare Samyojayamasa Tuhitru Sadrishairvaraihi.
After this, King Puranjan, king of the Panchal country, in order to increase the descendants of his paternal family, married his sons with qualified wives and married his daughters with qualified husbands.
So he does all his responsibilities properly. Huh? Nice. Now, Putra Nam Chabhavan Putra Ekaikasya Shatam Shatam Yairvai Puranjano Vamshaha Panchaleshu Sameditaha.
Of these many sons, each produced hundreds and hundreds of grandsons. In this way, the whole city of Panchal became overcrowded by the sons and grandsons of King Puranjan.
Children represents the desires more and more desires that are in our life, ambitions, desires. It becomes so much, one desire leading to kama, abhikamam, anuyaha prapatan prasangat. Prahlad Maharaj says, no, evam janam nipatitam prabhavahi kupe, kama, abhikamam, anuyaha prapatan prasangat. One kama will be there. While you are fulfilling that kama only, another kama will come, even more deeper. Right? See, suppose you have a phone. That phone, you would have 5 years ago, you would have gotten it for like say 10,000, 15,000 rupees. Now in 5 years, that phone was there, finished. Now if you want to buy, that phone model will not be available. A new phone model will be there. But that will cost you 40,000. So what did you do in the 5 years? If it is supposed to cost same money, no? Even if it is cost a little bit more also, your resale price should be higher. But there is no resale price for phones or anything for that matter. Correct? So even if you buy a phone, you have to, so your salary might increase, but your phone price also is increasing. Electricity price is increasing, water bill is increasing. Computer, 4 years back, I got one laptop. It was some 55,000 or 60,000 something. Now I am trying to get the same configuration after 4 years. I am not getting anything under 90,000 or 1 lakh. Not even 1 lakh. Under 1 lakh, I am not getting it. Same configuration. Laptop. So where is 55? Where is 1 lakh? That same 55,000, if I put it in my bank account 4 years ago, today its value will be only 30,000 because of the inflation. But the price of the laptop has increased to 1 lakh. You see the gap here? 4 years before it was 50,000, 60,000, whatever. Now it is the amount that I have is worth only 30,000, but I have to pay 1 lakh rupees for the same configuration computer. That's why you are making, what is that? Parabhavastavad abodha jato. Rishabhdev's teachings are all very valuable because of that. Like a dog or a donkey, nunam pramatta kurte vikarma yadindriya pritaya apnoti. What is that? Vidvaraha. Nayam deho deha bhajam loke kashtan kaman arhatam vidbhujam ye. Tapodivyam putrakayena sattvam suddhye desmat brahma saukyam to anantam. That tapodivyam, divya tapas we are not doing. We are doing only simply tapas. This person is like doing tapas like a donkey, going all the way to earn that extra money or put some EMI, put this, put that, so many things he does. But he ends up running around like a donkey only. That is vidbhujam. Simple tapa, what we do. Divya tapa you do it for Krishna. The same activity you do it for Krishna, that is divya tapas. The same activity you do it for your sense gratification, that is only tapas. Indriya tapas. That's all. So let's go further.
These sons.
Where did we go? Where are we? Next sloka.
9th sloka come. 9th sloka
You haven't read, huh? Read, please read.
translation.
Translation we read. Then go to the next one.
These sons and grandsons were virtually plunderers of King Puranjana's riches, including his home, treasury, servants, secretaries, and all other paraphernalia. Puranjana's attachment for these things was very deep-rooted.
See this very interesting thing here. Prabhupada is bringing this false ego point here very nicely towards the end of the purport. You see, they are the real plunderers. Whatever he earned with so much hard work, they just come and easily spend it. So much hardship, they will get money, but the children just cry, roll around in the street. Then you have to get whatever they want. See here, this is the materialistic way of life. What is materialistic way of life? After accumulating money, they enjoy seeing it plundered by their sons and grandsons. Enjoy. Oh, nice child, crying and rolling on the floor for this. Let me get it for you. Like that. Please read that further. It's a very nice deep thought-provoking purport.
In this verse, the word Rik, Rik Haresu, meaning plunderers of wealth, is very significant. One's sons, grandsons, and other descendants are ultimately plunderers of one's accumulated wealth. There are many celebrated businessmen and industrialists who
No,
produce.
Prabhu, no, I am asking you to read only the last 5-6 lines. This is the materialistic way of life.
Okay.
In materialistic life, one is encaged.
In materialistic life, one is encaged within the body and deluded by false egoism. Thus, one thinks, I am this body, I am a human being, I am an American, I am an Indian. This bodily conception is due to false ego. Being deluded by false ego, one identifies himself with a certain family, nation, or community. In this way, one's attachment for the material world grows deeper and deeper. Thus, it becomes very difficult for the living entity to extricate himself from his entanglement.
So then Prabhupada refers to the 16th chapter sloka, which we know, Adyo Abhijanam Anasmi, Idam Madhyama Maya Labdam, and all this, which we know, can refer to the later. Next sloka will go. So this is about how Prabhupada is giving us a clear picture of how once you start doing the family thing, being more and more engaged, your child will be there, son will be there, son's son will be even more attached to you, daughter's daughter or daughter's son will be even more attached to you. Like this, yes, Puranjana has created so many kamam, abhikamam, one after another. You have to cut short at some point. You don't know. Unless and until you come to the spiritual side of life, it's very difficult to understand the dangers in here. Let's see the next one.
The great sage Narad continued, my dear King Pratin Barhisar, like you, King Puranjana also became implicated in so many desires. Thus, he worshipped demigods, forefathers, and social leaders with various sacrifices, which were all very ghastly because they were inspired by the desire to kill animals.
Now, this is a very interesting point. This is the verse, Prabhupada writes very nicely. This is the verse where Narad Muni brings to light that this story is nothing but your story only. He is telling our Prachina Barhi. So far, he was talking nice story, no? He was enjoying the story. Hey, nice this person. And then he said, no, this is not nice, some other person. It's you only. So please read this purport. It's a beautiful purport.
In this verse, the great sage Narad discloses that the character of Puranjana was being described to give lessons to King Prachin Barhisar. Actually, the entire description was figuratively describing the activities of King Prachin Barhisar. In this verse, Narad frankly says, like you, Yatha Bhavan, which indicates that King Puranjan is none other than King Prachin Barhisar himself. Being a great Vaishnava, Narad Muni wanted to stop animal killing in sacrifices. He knew that if he tried to stop the king from performing sacrifices, the king would not hear him. Therefore, he is describing the life of Puranjana. But in this verse, he first discloses the intention, although not fully, by saying, like you. Generally, the karmis who are attached to increasing descendants have to perform so many sacrifices and worship so many demigods for fruitive generation, as well as to satisfy so many leaders, politicians, philosophers, and scientists to make things go on properly for future generation. The so-called scientists are very eager to see that future generation will live very comfortably, and as such, they are trying to find different means of generating energy to drive
So,
locomotive.
Prabhu, after that, you come directly to towards the last part. Not last part means there one paragraph you leave, and then Prabhupada is highlighting that all these rules and regulations that are given in Vedas about animal killing, and it's for bringing out the restriction. You offer it to Chandi and you take one so and so restricted day like that. So read from there.
There are two
The
ways.
purpose is restriction. People have given up all this restriction. Before that, Jugupsitam it comes. A Vaishnava Acharya like Narad Muni. Here he will highlight nice points
Vaishnava
about Narad Muni.
Acharya, like Narad Muni, knows very well that persons engaged in such animal killing in the name of religion are certainly becoming involved in the cycle of birth and death, forgetting the real aim of life, to go home back to Godhead. Thus, the great sage Narad, while instructing Srimad Bhagavatam to Vyas Muni, condemned the karma kanda, fruitive activities mentioned in the Vedas. Narad told
Very
Vyasa,
beautiful verse. Jugupsitam dharma krute nushasatah स्वभावरक्तस्य महान् व्यतिक्रमः यद्वाक्यतो धर्म इति तरस्थितो न मन्यते तस्य निवारणं जनः.
the people in general are naturally inclined to enjoy, and you have encouraged them in that way in the name of religion. This is verily condemned and is quite unreasonable. Because they are guided under your instructions, they will accept such activities in the name of religion and will hardly care for prohibitions. Srila Narad Muni chastised Vyasdev for compiling so many Vedic supplementary scriptures, which are all intended for guiding the pupil in general. Narad Muni condemned these scriptures because they do not mention direct devotional service. Under Narada's instruction, direct worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as described in the Srimad Bhagavatam, was set forth by Vyasdev. The conclusion is that neither the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu nor his devotee ever sanctioned animal killing in the name of religion.
Let's stop there. So this is beyond that. He is talking about Buddha and all that. So it's a very nice point here. Prabhupada is bringing that Jugupsitam Dharma Kriti Anushasataha. That verse is very, very important because that's where the Narad Muni has revealed what is the mistake you have done. Dharma Kriti Anushasataha. Swabhava Raktasya. By Swabhava, they have a eagerness to enjoy. Swabhava Raktasya Mahan Vyatikramaha. Now what they will do, they will take you as the support. You see, Vyasdev himself has told this. Vyasdev himself has told this. And then they will start doing their nonsense again and again. Yadvakyato dharma iti tarastito. Your vakya, all other things you are talking about, they will take those things seriously. Na manyate tasya nivaranam janaha. You are supposed, this is restriction, but they will not see this as restriction. They see that as alternate ways of enjoyment. So that is the greatest fallacy. So Narada Muni is scolding Vyasadeva left, right. And in this verse, he was very angry at Vyasadeva. Let's go further. Just to see, initially this Puranjana was only attracted to that one lady. Now, so many sons, grandsons, great-grandsons and all have come. They have filled that, what is that place? Panchala. That place is so full with only Puranjana's family. This is how our desires also completely fill our... It starts with one thing, just to satisfy that false ego. Little bit, that's all. Then it occupies us completely. Next one, lead. Yukteshvevam pramatasya kutumba sakta chetasah asasada savai kalo yo priya yoshitam.
Thus, King Puranjan, being attached to fruitive activities, karma kandiya, as well as kin, and being obsessed with polluted consciousness, eventually arrived at the point not very much liked by those who are overly attached to material things.
What is that point? Old age. Now, this second paragraph is really nice. For the entire paragraph is nice, but this part is very nice because in the first paragraph, Prabhupada talks about that Jiva va marova, va ma jiva ma mara, that one. Second paragraph is really nice, very, very instructive.
King Puranjana family arrived at the point of old age,
In old age, the senses lose their strength, and although an old man desires to enjoy his senses, and especially sex life, he is very miserable because his inst- instruments of enjoyment no longer functions. Such sensualists are never prepared for death. They simply want to live on and
That's
extend their life by so-called scientific advancement. Some
that
food.
Navi Prabhupada talks about that Russian claim that and to make people immortal and all that. Under the leadership of such crazy fellow civilization going on. Cruel death, however, comes and takes all of them away despite their desire to live forever. This type of mentality was exhibited by Hiranyakashipu, but when the time was ripe, the Lord personally killed him within a second. So this is very, very important point, Prabhu. Maharaj always used to tell us one thing that you, how much ever you try to hide your bald head or white hair, whatever, old age is old age. It's going to come. You cannot avoid it. It's as simple as that. Cannot avoid it. And the most painful, depressing thing in old age is that although an old man desires to enjoy his senses and especially sex life, is very miserable because his instruments of enjoyment no longer function. This is very, very important, especially the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and all. No, they all lose their capacity slowly, one by one. And when they are losing their capacity, mind doesn't lose its capacity. Mind still wants to enjoy it. Mind still wants rasgulla, but you have diabetes. You cannot take. You understand? It wants to enjoy ice cream. No, but you have throat problem. You cannot take. So all these senses, when they lose their capacity, mind still wants to enjoy, but they are not cooperating with the mind. So that itself is the biggest frustration for old age. And the next frustration is whatever you speak, people will not listen. They will be like, अरे बुड्ढा यार, चलो ये मेरा समय बर्बाद कर रहा है खुद के बारे में. So this is the thing Maharaj told, that when you are in your young age, if you are not connected, if you are not relishing Bhagavatam, you can never relish Bhagavatam in your old age. So better take it up in Kaumaram Acharit Prajna only. Those people, those who have not enjoyed Bhagavatam in their life, when they get to old age, some may have the fortune of somehow or other getting association by their karma, whatever. But predominantly, most of those who have enjoyed their life fully, they will only want to talk about themselves. You just go and sit with an old man, materialistic old man. He will talk about himself. For 5 minutes you sit, he will ask you, what are you doing? Where are you working? Then you will tell something. And say, oh, that company, my son is also working. I have 25 years experience in this PWD industry company. This, that, and he'll start talking about himself. Atmashlaka. He'll go on and on and on about his thing. You will want to get out from there somehow or other. Hey, sorry, Prabhu, I don't have, I have something very urgent. I have a phone call to go. This is how old age. And Maharaj used to give a very nice example. Here at least population is more. So someone other you catch hold of and make him sit with you and keep talking. Maybe your grandson or granddaughter, at least you make them sit with you and they will just stop talking. They'll say, okay, Dada is talking. Okay. They'll sit and hear for some time. After some time, say, Dada, boring hota hai. And then they'll go away. But in the America, no, as it is, they are kicking out their children away. So their children also kick out away. So these old people don't have anybody to talk to. I myself have seen many times that this old man or woman, they will walk along the pathway, side path, sidewalk. They will just walk with their walking stick or that pulling thing, whatever. And they will keep on talking and going. On their own, they will be talking. They will just be talking and going. I will many times think if somebody is going with them. No, they will not be there. Nobody will be there. On alone, they will be talking and going. Just such a pathetic situation. Developed country, so-called developed country, they don't have a place where these people can at least go and talk. So they live a miserable life, they die a miserable life. This is the problem with old age. when our life is fully engaged in simply sense gratification. That's why Maharaj said, if you fall in love with Bhagavatam, everybody will fall in love with you. That's the secret. Because when you are with Bhagavatam, you will know all these secrets before itself. Oh my God, old age, so much trouble is there. Let me take to Krishna consciousness. So your face will be bright. Whether you may not know it, but I am seeing you, all your faces are all really bright. I mean, shining like sun. Because since morning we are with Krishna. Early morning we are with Krishna. Not only in front of Krishna when we come, even before that you are waking up, no? That alarm is going, then at that time, oh, should I get, oh no, Radha Vidhan Chandra, we should go Mangalarti, signature I have to put. So somehow we rush. That thought makes you wake up, no? From there our Krishna consciousness starts. It's not only when you go and see Radha Vidhan Chandra. Not only that, the night when you sleep, only I use think and sleep. No, tomorrow morning I have to get up. That thought itself starts the beginning of next day's Krishna consciousness. So what happens? You become really bright, and everybody will say, hey, something different. This person is really tejas. Why? Because of our touch with Krishna. You know that what is that shloka? Bhagavad Gita. Sparsha. Sukhena Brahma Samsparsham. Atyantam Sukham Ashnute. Says, no, Brahma Samsparsha. Since morning we are having that Krishna Sparsha. That is why we are able to control our sleep, we are able to control our hunger, we are able to control our distractions. That is all now. So this will grow your life in Krishna consciousness throughout your age also. And Maharaj said that when you really get old, you become wise. You become old and you become wise. You don't become old and dilapidated. You don't become old and frail. You become old and wise. Worldly wise. So that is where prasannata. Evam prasanna manaso. Bhagavad Bhakti Yoga. Yesterday we read, no? That prasanna chetas, prasanna manas is possible only with Bhagavatam. That prasannata is not possible from any other source. That is why we are reading this Bhagavatam. This story is something, and our purport is so amazing. And learning each one of the points from Prabhupada, we are enjoying. So this is what is giving us that nourishment. Brahma Sparsha nourishment. So this old age, see how such, where is that line? This mentality. We try to avoid old age. We say that you can be young forever. Man, they don't understand. If you want to be young forever, take lessons from Radheshyam Prabhu. Take lessons from Gaurang Prabhu. They are all crossed 50. They are in the mid-50s or 55, 54, whatever. Not a single gray hair I could see. And they don't look like more than 30, 40 maximum, 30, not even 40, not even only 30. If you look at Radheshyam Prabhu, you cannot say he's more than 30 years old, no? That also with great difficulty you have to tell. It looks like 20s, in his 20s. Why? That Brahma Samsparsham is there. When that's Krishna's touch, constantly you have Krishna's touch, obediently following Guru's orders and ready to do any sacrifice for following Krishna Guru's orders, and natural taste for Krishna consciousness. And that is the easy way to be young. Ayur harati vaipumsam yatra dat kanonita uttama shloka vartaya. Understand? That's how we bring our old age back to young age, youth. Okay, let's go next one. We'll have to go quickly to the next one and have a quick break also. Another few verses. You please recite the verses. I'm losing my throat otherwise.
Chandavega iti khyato gandharvadhipatirnripa gandharvastasya balinaha sastyuttara satatrayam. O king, in Gandharvaloka there is a king named Chandavega. Under him there are 360 very powerful Gandharva soldiers.
See, we were just talking about Ayur Harati Vaibhav. Prabhupada is quoting that in the next purport. In this purport. I didn't see that purport at all. Right? This magic happens so many times What we are saying, Prabhupada will tell already. He knows this is what you are talking about. Hmm? So these 360 very powerful Gandharva soldiers are the 360 days in a year. So what happens is this Chandavega. Now the introduction of the Chandavega, the what do you call that as a protagonist? Oh no, antagonist. Antagonist. He is the antagonist. So he is coming now. He is going to take away. There is no way the Puranjana is going to survive. Chandavega is the time personified. Time is figuratively described here as Chandavega. Beautifully Prabhupada says this. Since time and tide wait for no man, time is herein called Chandavega, which means very swiftly passing away. As time passes, it is calculated in terms of years. 1 year contains 360 days, and the soldier of Chandavega here should represent the days. Time passes swiftly. Chandavega's powerful soldiers of Gandharva Loka very swiftly carry away all the days of our life. And then Prabhupada quotes Ayur Bharati Vaibhav. Chanda means Prachanda Vegat, Abhidavato Brusham. In Gajendra's thing it comes. Prachanda Vegat, Abhidavato, this snake of time, snake of death, Prachanda Vegat, very, very powerful and very fast. Very swift it is. And cannot be stopped at all. What is that? Time and death. You cannot do anything about it. You just have to accept that. That's all. And it is very swiftly, it is passing away. That's why it's called Chanda and Vega. Very powerful and very fast. Swiftly it passes away. Before even you could turn here, it will just go away. That powerful. See, we started this chapter Monday. Now already Thursday. Only one more day. 5 days over. This week is over. And we think that, okay, we are in 4th canto. Very soon the Bhagavatam thing will be over. How much you are practicing is what it's retained. Okay, let's go to the next one. And so, okay, sorry. One important point Prabhupada will highlight in this verse and the next verse purports is that time will take away our lifespan imperceptibly. Imperceptibly is a beautiful word. Prabhupada only can use it. No one else will in this world use it. There's a beautiful verse in 1st canto. Anybody remembers that verse? Same imperceptible word Prabhupada uses for that verse. Anybody from online can also speak on that. There's one verse where the same word imperceptibly is used by Prabhupada. Sorry, Prabhupada.
Is it Sarvam Kala Kritam Manye, Prabhuji?
No. In that, does he use the word imperceptible? 1940.
Sapalo Yadvashe Loko Vayuriva Ganavali.
In that, does he use the word imperceptible? Inevitable he uses.
Okay.
Not imperceptible. Prabhupada uses different keywords for time in different places. This is also about time only. This is saying inevitable. You cannot avoid it. Right? But imperceptible is something which is without your imperceptible, you will not perceive it. It will just go away. You don't perceive it. You think that I still have more time. You just flash of a pen, finish. In one verse, Prabhupada uses this word imperceptible. I don't want you to do a F2 and find out. You did F2, right? In 113:17, I think. Evam graheshu sattanam pramattanam tadihaya atyakramat avijnatah kalah paramadustaraha. This is the most beautiful verse that Vidura is teaching to Dhritarashtra upon his return. Please read the translation.
Insurmountable eternal time imperceptibly overcomes those who are insanely attached to family affairs and are always engrossed in their thought.
Where are you reading from? You were reading, but you were saying insanely attached. It's too much attached. Does it say insanely attached? Huh? Is it Veda base or .io? This one has too much attached, no? Okay. My book also has too much attached only. But this is very, very powerful verses. Evam griheshu saktanam, completely attached. Those those are too much attached or insanely attached to family affairs, are always engrossed in their thought. Pramattanam. Kala paramadustaraha. It is not possible to control the time. Evam griheshu saktanam. Pramattanam tadihaya. I have to do this, I have to do that. I have a house here, I have a flat there. I have to give one flat to my one son, another flat to my daughter, and they should build the tax. All these thoughts, no? Ihaya, this do this, do that, etc. Atyakramat avijnataha kalaha paramadustaraha. Nobody can control that time or overcome that time. Another beautiful verse is there where Lord Shiva is talking about the power of time. He is praying to Sankarshan, no, who is the master of annihilation. So he can speak very nicely in his realization. So this is even another beautiful verse. Rudra Gita, you have read? There is one sloka that comes there. You remember it? Any of you found it out? Pramattam uchchair iti kritya chintaya pravruddha lobam vishayeshu lalasam tvam apramattah sahasa vipadyase kshulleli khano hir ivakhum antakaha. 4:24:66. Read the translation, so beautiful it is.
My dear Lord, all living entities within this material world are mad after planning for things, and they are always busy with a desire to do this or that.
Tadihaya. They always want to do this, that, water is not coming, I have to fix this. Whole day will be gone with maintenance, this, that, I have to talk to this person, I have to go and pay this bill, I have to buy groceries. Whole day they will be busy with this. They don't understand that one full day is gone. Your Harati Vaipums. One Udyan and Astam is gone. Everybody was so eagerly looking for this one holiday. Working people, I'm saying. Already half a day is gone. They would be already sleeping only. We at least were with Bhagavatam and Krishna since morning. They will be sleeping. Today is holiday. I will get up at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Pramatanam, tadihaya. And by the time they get up, Independence Day is already over. And then the next day, the evening, they will become morose. My God, I lost my day, holiday. Tomorrow I have to go to office. So thinking that tomorrow I have to go to office, they will waste the rest of the half day also. And then the next day, as it is, being morose, waiting for Saturday, Sunday. One long weekend will be there. We'll just go like this. And they will say, for this long weekend, they will be waiting from the beginning of the year. Hey, August, I will get 5 days off. What did you do in that 5 days, man? You could have read 5 chapters of Bhagavatam. We are doing this 5 days. We are doing nice, wonderfully, this Bhagavatam. This is so much nectar it is giving. This is so pramattanam tadihaya. The same pramattam word is used in that also. Pramattam uchchair. See, read the translation now. You finished it, huh? The translation? Please go.
This
or that you stopped there.
This is due to...
If you, while reading the translation, you stop like this and understand this Prabhupada's phrases, no? To do this or that. This is all Prabhupada's speciality. So immediately you should think, Evam Guriyeshu Saktanam and this are connected. Isn't it? Same words are used. They are also Pramattam. This is also Pramattam. Please go ahead.
This is due to uncontrollable greed.
Lobam, pravruddha lobam. Uncontrollable greed. There's first loba is there. Loba itself is uncontrollable desire. And that loba is uncontrollable means imagine. what it is. Not able to control at all. No shanti at all at home. There is no, only when there is some acceptance there will be shanti. No, I want this. I want this. How can it be this? How can I want all everything? I want. Kape, kape, je kape, inke jag jape. You know, this, there's two kapas. This normal kalam ka and khargosh ka. Okay, in Sindhi, one kape is called cut. Another kape is called I want. Mujhe chahiye. Okay, kape, kape, je kape. Kape, kape means I want. Je kape, who is cutting this, inke jag jape. The whole world will chant his glories. Very simple. Kape, kape, je kape, inke jag jape. Simple thing, no? You just cut off this I want. So this is the thing I want to do, this uncontrollable greed. And now what is saying further?
The greed for material enjoyment is always existing in the living entity. But your lordship is always alert, and in due course of time you strike him, just as a snake seizes a mouse and very easily swallows him.
This example is the best example. Our Shivaji always has snake around his neck, no? So he gives the best example of snake. And mouse also, his son also, son's vahan is mouse only. Ganesh Ji ka. So he is giving both the examples so very nicely that, see, this mouse is so fast, no? Suppose you have a small hole there, no, rat hole. Before even you look at it, it will go from there to there, isn't it? It's very difficult to catch the mouse. Right? We cannot catch. You have to have that mouse trap, but that also sometimes only it comes and gets caught. Only when it is uncontrollable greed. Otherwise, it is very shallow. It knows all these are meant for trap. But it can never escape the snake. And you see how snake catches? Snake doesn't know our algebra, Pythagoras theorem, nothing it knows. It doesn't know physics, F equal to ma, nothing, E equal to mc square, nothing it knows. But you see, it will be sitting like this. Like this, it will be sitting like that, Agasura, sitting like this. And that mouse will be going so fast. It calculates its speed, its direction, and where it will come with this thing, and where I should go to catch it. Everything it calculates without knowing any of these formulas. We cannot do it so accurately even with all these formulas, knowing all these formulas. Still, we need that little vada to put the mouse in the mouse trap to catch it. Right? But snake doesn't need anything. It just sits like this. And then it goes so fast, it calculates the speed and then just goes and captures it. That mouse doesn't even know. And you're just sitting here and watching that you will not even know that the mouse is there. Array, mouse was there here. What happened? And that bones also will not be coming out. It digests everything inside. That's why the snakes, another name is called bogi. Bogi means that which enjoys everything. It doesn't spit anything out, no? Does it spit anything out? That animals, any part? Tiger, if you go, it will eat half here, half there, and just leave the bones and go away. Correct? But snake is so perfect in its recycle mechanism that nothing will be left out. And you see that mouse was going so fast here and there. Man, 2 seconds before it was alive and kicking. And now it is, its graveyard is also not there. It's snake's stomach, it's graveyard. All samadhi, everything is inside only. Right? This is the problem. Leli hano here. Iva kum antakaha. Antakaha is the snake. And Leli hana means this thing, that's the tongue. Leli hano, Iva akum. Just that mouse is got. This is how time is catching us. You don't even know somebody is existing here. Right? One day when they are going, 4 people will be chanting Ram Nam Satya is finished. Now they will even do RIP, that's all. Rest in peace. No more, nothing more. Everybody is busy with their sense gratification. They have to do theirs. What they will do? You are coming in between. Who asked you to die when I am enjoying? This is how everybody is. Father, mother, father, child. No relation these days. During Corona time and all, they didn't even come. Worried about their own health first. So this is the beauty. Now see, two slokas we found. Which are those two slokas? 113, 17. Evam graheshu saktanam, pramattanam tadiha. Imperceptibly, insurmountable eternal time, imperceptibly overcomes a living entity who are too much attached to their family life. That is imperceptible, insurmountable. You cannot surmount it also, and you can't see it also. And there is one more verse, 11, somewhere around 40th verse, but which canto it is? 11, 13, 40, yeah? But I will tell you the shloka, you try to find out in it. Now you can use your F2. Nityadahi anga bhutani bhavantina bhavanticha kalena alaksha vegena kshutma shukshmatvat tanna drishyate. This also is very nice. Which one is it? 11? No, you say nityadahi, nityada, nityada. Huh? Just type it. No, nityadahi, type HY. No, separate words. Separate word. He no, Prabhu, nityada. This is 2243. Yes. Read this verse. Now we will read this verse, a beautiful verse. Nityadahi anga bhutani bhavanti na bhavanti cha kalena alaksha vegena sukshmatvat tanya drisha. This imperceptible word is used here also. See this? Alaksha vega means imperceptible speed. Right? See, this is a beautiful thing. This Maharaj liked this verse because bhavanti na bhavanti cha. They come into being and they are not existing anymore. Even for us also, we are just here, few of us are here for some time, and after a short while, we'll all be gone. This hall will be empty. Anybody comes here, nobody is seen. That's it. In the same way, for permanently, will be gone one day. So, this read the translation.
My dear Uddhav, material bodies are constantly undergoing creation and destruction by the force of time, whose swiftness is imperceptible. But because of the subtle nature of time, no one sees this.
We don't see this at all. Pramattaha. We don't have the eyes to see this power of time at all. Every single devotee in Bhagavatam glorifies time. They talk about time. You take our Kunti Maharani. What does he say? What does she say for time? Manye tvam kalam ishanam anadinidanam vibhum Bhishmadev. Sarvam kala kritam manye. Bhavatam chayada priyam. All this kalam, he says 2-3 verses about time. Dhruva Maharaj also talks about time. Our who else talks about time? Prahlad Maharaj talks about time again and again. So always you will see devotees in their prayers, somewhere they will dedicate one verse at least for highlighting the impact of time in our life, power of time. So devotee means he knows the value of time. Here also in one of the purports, Prabhupada said, no, value of life. Once you lose it, you don't get it at all. So valuable it is. What's the point? When we don't absorb ourselves in Bhagavatam, what is the use of this life? If we cannot realize the value of Bhagavatam, how will you realize the value of life? So the time that we are spending in Bhagavatam is the only saved time in our life. Holy names and Bhagavatam, that's. And Seva. Rest everything is Vyartha only. Let's go further. This verse is very important. That's why there was imperceptible, I told you, no? It's very much. There's one more. Kalena Voghavegena. Voghavegena. Please type this thing. OGHA. To OGHA. OGHA and space Vegena. Vegyena, Prabhu. Huh?
749.
Kalena Oga Vegyena. Please go to that.
11,748.
You are in a different verse, Prabhu. This is also in that 24 Gurus. Kalena Yoga Vegyena Bhutanam Prabhavapyayo. Nitya Vapina Drishyete Atmano Agner Yatarsham. Come down.
The flames of fire appear and disappear at every moment, and yet this creation and destruction is not noticed by the ordinary observer. Similarly, the mighty waves of time flow constantly like the powerful currents of a river, and
Imperceptibly again. See?
Birth, growth, and death of innumerable material bodies. And yet the soul, who is thus constantly forced to change his position, cannot perceive the actions of time.
The thing. Soul is only constantly forced to change his position, not change his constitution. There's a difference. Changing your position and constitution are different. You understand? Changing your position means today we will be sitting and hearing Bhagavatam, then you go and lie down for some rest. You are changing your position. But you are the same person. Right? Its constitutional nature doesn't change. But the position is changed, it takes help of this the material intelligence. Intelligence changes. Soul's position changes based on the state of mind and intelligence. Constitutional soul is not touched. It is spiritual. Spiritual cannot be contaminated. But the consciousness which it exhibits is utilized by the mind and the intelligence, because mind and intelligence and faljo, they cannot exist independently. So they use the power of that consciousnness to fulfill their desires, whatever. So that is why the position keeps changing. Today you may be a software engineer, tomorrow you may be a father, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. So that is all change of position. But the I-ness that you are feeling is the same. That feeling of that I-ness is being used by the mind and intelligence to fulfill their desires continuously. So that is why we feel whatever we are feeling and thinking independent of Krishna consciousness is all just Maya only. Yadidam manasa vacha chakshurbyam shravanadibhihi nashwaram grihyamanam cha viddhi maya manomayam. This is the best sloka in entire Bhagavatam. Take 11.7.7, Prabhu. This is the sloka. Maharaj took almost 1 month class on this one verse. Every day he will keep coming back to this sloka and speaking on this sloka. This verse, it may look like a very ordinary verse, but this is the best sloka to understand the temporary nature of this world. Yadidam manasa, will recite. Yadidam manasa vacha chakshurvam shavanadibhihi nashwaram grihyamanam cha viddhi maya manomayam. See this, what is the definition of maya? Viddhi. No, that this is my maya. What is that? Yadidam manasa vacha. By mind, by vacha, by words, chakshurbyam, by your eyes, shravana, by your ears, adibhihi, rest everything, all other senses. Whatever you are understanding by these material things, nashwaram. Nashwaram means what? No, read the word for it. Temporary. Grihyamanam means you are grabbing that. All these things are temporary. You come to Pune and you think that, okay, this is the place for my lifetime. But then the Pune, you know only whole of your lifetime, how much of Pune you know? You will know NVCC, you will know a few places that are here. Then you will know that, what is that temple here? No. This temple here. Stop. Shatrunjay. Then you will have some few flats here and all that. Punjibihari, you know railway station. That also in railway station, how much you know? Only a few platforms you know. And then you know airport, only the place where you go. That also only when you go there. So is it all Pune? Pune is much more than this. So within your perception, within your thing, whatever you are seeing, That is what you consider as Pune. But Pune is not that only. Pune is much beyond that. You understand? Like this, in every place of knowledge, we only have very limited knowledge. And we think that that is all. What I know is all everything. But there is much more than that, beyond what we know. So, but what we do, and that also keeps changing. Today you will have, today you may say, "Hey, this place is empty. Next to my place there is a ground." Tomorrow the one flat, big apartment will come. So that place is Nashwaram. It's some apartment has gone. Another day they'll break it and build a mall. So apartment is gone. Nashwaram, temporary. But you are catching hold of it. You don't know, 50 years ago, that place, playground. I used to play football so nicely. You will still be thinking about it. That is Nashwaram, gone. You understand? नश्वरम को गृह्य मानम पकड़ के रखे हैं इधर, पकड़ के बैठे हैं. So this is how he is telling yadidam manasa vacha chakshurbyam shravanadibhi. Your material mind, material vacha, material thing with which whatever you are describing, it is all nashwaram. Today you say, I am the top this thing in my company. I am the CEO of this company. Man, after some time you'll be kicked out, someone else will be there, or you'll be kicked out permanently, haribol ho jayega. Then how will you be the CEO there? We are catching hold of that and saying Nashwaram, Grihyamanam. This is Maya. So don't hold on to Maya things, temporary things. So deep this verse is. In our life also, if we have to be really happy, give up all that which is temporary and give up this and come to Krishna where there is no Nashwaram and no Grihyamanam. Krishna is fully yours. This verse is connected with another verse in Daksha's prayers. I will tell you tomorrow. But somebody has to remind me. Okay? If we go too much into this, our Puranjana will be waiting. All these are connected to Puranjana. Puranjana is doing Grihyamanam. Puranjana is doing Nashwaram को Grihyamanam कर रहा है वो. इसलिए उनका family इतना बढ़ गया. And now the reality has come in front of him in the form of Jara, Kalakanya and Chandavega. He's not able to tolerate it. Right? Let's go further. Imperceptible took us to 3-4 verses. That one word. This is why I told you, Prabhupada will mesmerize you by his English. Just one word, imperceptible, 4 slokas and time. Right? And see how he took us to so many different directions and came back. This way you should enjoy. It's like a roller coaster ride. You enjoy in your whatever that fun world or something, no? What do you call that as? Huh? Theme park and that games zone, whatever. How you enjoy the roller coaster ride, and then finally you come to the starting point only. Like that, Prabhupada will take you through a roller coaster ride with all these connected slokas and come to the state. And then it's not enough to just collect these slokas. You should meditate on them now. Imperceptibly overcome. Oga vegena, alaksha vegena, and then sukshmata tanna drishyate. Nityadahi anga bhutani. Nityada means always. Eternally this is happening. What is happening? Bhavanti na bhavanti cha. Bhavanti na bhavanti cha. Today they are here, tomorrow they are not there. Haribol, finish. That's it. Not even bones are available. Finished. They can't even see him. Oh, so chala gaya. But in our language, what they do, वो मर नहीं गया, नहीं वो नहीं मरा, मुसाफिर है घर गया. That's what they do. That's what they say. हम बोल रहे हैं कि वो मर गया, लेकिन वो मरा नहीं, वो मुसाफिर है, इसे ट्रैवलर, वो अपने घर गया. That's the reality. See, our Vedic tradition is so rich, really. Where they say these things in the Western world, their concept and all. Right? Rest in peace. Where is he resting in peace, man? Only all others are resting in peace after he leaves. चलो एक चला गया एक demon. Pain in the neck, man. Get lost. Like that. Okay, read the next one, please.
My Also good.
Why? Next verse you should read, no?
Yeah. Gandharvyastādrishir asya maithunascha
Oh, you have to
sitakita.
break. We didn't remember to break at all. Please, 10 minutes break. We'll come back at 1 o'clock. Sorry, Prabhu. See, Bhagavatam made us forget what you realized. If you needed a break, or you are tolerating me. Please tell me I'm sorry. Online people we don't have to ask because they're permanently there in break. Anytime they want, they can take a break. Sorry, Prabhu. This chapter at least we should complete today. Another 10-15 slokas only will do it. We are in verse 14, no? Purport we didn't read, huh? The sloka also we didn't. Okay. Okay, let's start. Prabhu, is the online devotees are available?
Hare
No, I'm just saying, just check if they are all available. Yes. Prabhu's, we are going to start now. Those are online also. Let's read the verse. Verse number 14.
Gandharvaras
Gandharvyastadrishirasya maitunyascha sitasitaha parivritya vilumpanti sarvakama vinirmitam.
Along with Chandaveg were as many female Gandharvis as there were soldiers, and all of them repetitively plunder all the paraphernalia for sense enjoyment.
See, this female Gandharvis, na, Gandharvapura is always like phantasmagoria thing. All facilities will be available. Like, so almost like Swargaloka only. So all facilities will be available. So Prabhupada very nicely is writing here, material activity means manufacturing things for sense gratification. Can you read that? Very practical few lines are there in that purport.
Material activity means manufacturing things for sense gratification. Scientists are conducting research to find out how we can satisfy our senses more and more elaborately. In this Kali Yuga, the demonic mentality is employed in manufacturing various machines to facilitate the process of sense gratification. There are so many machines for ordinary household activities. There are machines for washing dishes, cleaning the floors, shaving, clipping hairs. Today, everything is done by machine. All these facilities for sense gratification are described in this verse as Sarva Kama
Prabhupada is connecting Sarva Kama Vinirmitam. Where is that? Sarva Kama Vinirmitam. Vinirmitam means manufactured. They are all manufactured to fulfill all our desires. I want clipping hair. Need some machine. Machine also available for everything. Please continue. This beautiful.
The time factor, however, is so strong that that not only in our span of life being expended, but all the machines and facilities for sense gratification are deteriorating.
See, this is the thing. The time factor does two things. One is it is cutting short our material life. I mean our lifespan. Every day it is going down. That way, this time factor is acting upon us. But more important than that, which we already discussed, also touched upon it also, as the time goes on, our capacity to enjoy also comes down. Our desire to enjoy stays the same, but capacity to enjoy comes down. It's a very strong two things. So knowingly you will feel the pain. I want to enjoy, but I'm not able to. You want to run fast from here to there, but you won't be able to. Why? Because all the senses are losing its capacity. Now you are touching, you are feeling it. But after some time you will touch it, you will not even feel it. So how will you know? Maharaj said that once beautifully, because when we were like in our 20s, he was already in his 80s. So he would say while walking to the temple, he will hold our hand slowly only he can go with asthma, all the other problem, everything. So on my own, if I have to go from, say, suppose for example, from the temple to that Govindas, that's a distance, about 200 meters it will be there. So I can easily run also to go. So Maharaj said, from here to there you can run and go, but I cannot. So why I cannot? Because when my foot I am keeping on the floor, my feet I am keeping on the floor, I will not feel it. It will be like walking on the moon. Because this part in the feet, sole, it will not feel what you are touching. So suppose you don't feel what you are touching, how will you be sure that you have put your foot down? By seeing. In the dark, when you go, early morning, we will go for Mangalarti. At that time, he was telling, it will be completely dark. At that time, whether you stepped on the stone or you stepped on a gadda, you will not know. So Maharaj said that it's a very horrible thing that, you want to walk nicely, but you cannot walk. So he said, this old age is a curse. That's why this jara is a very difficult thing to bear. Time impacts us so badly, especially those who are having lot of enjoyment in their early days, material enjoyment, they will suffer more in their old age. That's why brahmacharya keeps you here and healthy for longer. So you see how nicely Prabhupada is bringing this point. Vilumpanti, sarva kama vinirmitam. So old age will destroy us. Whatever facility you may have, still you cannot relieve the impact of the old age. Please continue.
Therefore, in this verse, the word Vilupanti, plundering, is used. Everything is being plundered from the very beginning of our
So what are they doing in the name of this facility, that facility, this device, that device? They are plundering your money. They are plundering your time. Suppose you want to buy one laptop. How long you have to do research these days? Earlier there will be only one brand. You have to go buy, come, that's all, finished. Now you go everywhere, this offer, that offer, Thanksgiving's offer, Christmas offer, Labor Day offer, this offer, that. For us also, so many things, Ashada offer, this offer, everything will be giving. Cheating, everything. There were Amazon, Flipkart, this, that, so many. And you will be so, these days, Prabhu's, shopping is the greatest pain. I'm telling you. Even to buy one small, pin, there are so many advertisements. You buy 20 pins, 2 pins are free. You will need only 2 pins. But for buying those 2 free pins, you will buy 20 pins. Isn't it? It will be useful in the future. Cheating of the highest order, and shopping is so much pain. You hate this thing. Better somebody comes and gives you, pay whatever it is and get it. That's it. That is why this, there's one beautiful verse. Dehendriya prana manodiyam yo janma pya baya krichraihi samsara dharmai ravimuhyamanaha 11 to 49. Samsara dharmai ravimuhyamanaha smritya harer bhagavata pradanaha. If you see this verse is the best verse for this. Please read the translation.
Within the material world, one's material body is always subjected to birth and decay. Similarly, the life air, pran, is harassed by hunger and thirst. The mind is always anxious. The intelligence hanker for that which cannot be obtained.
Yes, nice statement. The intelligence always hankers for that which cannot be obtained.
And all of the senses are ultimately exhausted by constant struggle in the material nature.
This is what we are discussing now.
A person who is not bewildered by the inevitable miseries of material existence and who remains aloof from them simply by remembering the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is to be considered Bhagavat Pradhan, the foremost devotee of the Lord.
This is the example. This is the, what do you call that as? Symptom of Uttama Adhikari. This chapter describes about the Madhyama, Uddhama, Kanishta Adhikaris. This is one of the qualities of Uttama Adhikari. How beautiful this quality, you see. Smritya Harer Bhagavata Pradhana, Pradhan Bhagavata. And Sansara Dharmair Avimukhyamanaha. Here he is listing all these material facilities. No, you just take washing machine, for example. How many brands are there? How many offers are there? How many features are there? By the time you look into all these things, out of the features that they are listing, 4 features also you will not use. But you want all those things. Latest. This phone also, how many apps do you open? 1 or 2 only. Rest all is just sitting and you are paying for that which you are not using. So Maharaj gave a very beautiful example here. See, suppose you have to buy a TV, right? This TV, there is a world of TV. TV has its own world. There will be TVs with 72 inches, 48 inches, flat, bulky, all different things. Different brands, different. Somebody is opening. Different brands, different features, remote, this, that. So many things are there. So suppose you decided to buy a TV. Your mind is completely screwed up, completely exhausted by looking at all these features. Then you keep thinking, your intelligence will tell, wait for 6 months, offer will come. But they are not in the buddhus to give you offer and get loss. Right? What they will do, they will put some tricky thing here. You buy this, then you will get this much discount. So that you will not need also, they will make you buy. This is how they cheat the customers. Now, Sansara Dharmair Avimukhya Manaha. This nature of this material world, the Swabhava, Dharma of this, everything has its Dharma. Water has its Dharma, fire has its Dharma, salt has its Dharma, sugar has its Dharma. We know that, right? Same way, this Sansara also has its Dharma to bewilder you. Its nature, its duty is to bewilder you. So the moment you realize this, you say, I don't want TV. The moment you decide, I don't want TV, you are freed from this entire illusion and anxiety and bewilderment of this world of TV. So one thing you give up, you become so free. So much time you save, so much money you save, so much energy you save. Right? The moment you go into phone, so many brands are there. So many brands. This brand, just 5,000 rupees more. There's more. There's 2,000 rupees more. You get another. You're not happy at all. We want latest model. Man, whichever model you use, you are going to hear the same chastisement in the phone from whoever is calling. They are not going to, the person who is going to fire you is not going to tell, oh, you have an iPhone. I will not scold you. I will softly talk to you. He's going to do that. He's not going to do that. So we don't understand any sense at all. So Maharaj said, this sansara dharma avimukhya manaha. If you just give up this attraction to this thing that, okay, I can wash without washing machine. You just take the decision, you get so much health benefit, free from washing machine, that nice, that dirty. Man, Maharaj used to say the washing machine is the mockery of your modern invention. Use dirty water to clean dirty cloth, how will it work? At least if you do it manually, you have fresh water you rinse, isn't it? But in washing machine, it pours water, it does, and then this dirty, again reverses, it becomes all. It squeezes your shirt, dress like anything. When it comes out, it is so much squeezed. And then you have to take it out, dry it. It will still have the shrinks in it. Then you'll have to iron for 45 minutes. And again, put it in a round body, again it shrinks. Is there any limit to this madness? Anyway, it is going to become shrink. Why are you wasting your 45 minutes in ironing that dhoti, man? Instead, Maharaj told us that you can, without using iron, you can keep your dhoti very straight without no shrinks. He gave method. You gave this. If you are using dryer, washing machine also, ideally speaking, that is idiot machine. You don't have to use it. Washing machine, dryer, and all. Maybe in cold climate you will have to use it. Maybe in that also he said that If you put that cloth as it is in the dryer, it will come out dry, but it will still be shrunk only. So that is why you have to keep doing the iron and all that. When you do ironing, the quality of the cloth goes down, longevity of the cloth goes down. So what he did is that you take that cloth, and he said, with the wetness only you fold it. This is for the dryer thing, not in the when you put it in the cloth liner. When you have to put it in the cloth liner, don't squeeze. Just take that cloth and put it in the cloth liner. The water will dry off on its own. For this weather, within 2 hours, it will dry easily. So that's why that way your cloth will stay longer. But if you're putting it in a dryer also, in the other places, you fold the cloth with the wetness only. And with the folded this thing only, you put it inside the dryer, it will come out dry, but it will not be shrunk. This trick Maharaj taught us. If you have dryers, you try it once. Wet cloth only you can fold, na? In the wetness only you fold it and put it inside the dryer and run the dryer. See, like this, there are tricks to do it. But don't go to the dryer, by the way. Our cloth liners are best. Easy, no? That way, what happens? You put rinse, bend down, rinse, bend down, rinse. Man, here you feel that it clears, no? Stomach clears. You put all the dump here and you don't even want to bend your thing, it will become so hard here. Then you want to Gelusil, this, that, and all that, and to clear. Why all those things? Constipation, this, that, and simple remedy for constipation is rinsing the clothes. Otherwise, I don't bend down. It's too much. For me, it is too much. Then, but for if you have to put the cloth, you have to bend down. You cannot do like this. You have to bend down. So our natural lifestyle, if you follow this little austerities, Krishna consciousness is already impact. And you save the money from this bullshit washing machine. They call it bullshit washing machine in the West. What is the use? Keeping this TV, washing machine, grinder. These Matajis, they want a grinder and mixer and everything. And then they go to the doctor. Back is paining, leg is paining. Our grandfather, our grandmother and great-grandmothers and all, they were doing all this chakki ka sab. And Maharaj used to say, when the doctor comes to check my mother hits him and the doctor will fly 4 miles away. She was so strong because of doing physical exercise. Nowadays they go to gym, nothing works. All these are Prabhupada is scolding us for these things. For sense gratification, every modern invention threatens our life, threatens our existence. So please keep yourself free from all these things. Don't use iron box. This cloth was ironed. This I'm asking you. No, it is not looking like shrunk. Why you have to waste your money, time and energy? Right? And who is going to see you? Who is going to, which girl is going to marry us? What's the point? Who are you going to attract? All mockery. So, this verse is the best verse for this connection thing. Samsara darber avimukhya manaha. Smritya harer. One who knows all these things and understands the danger behind it. One by one, we have to give up all these dangers, threats. These are all one demons. Grinder is Kamsa. Our washing machine is Pralambasura. Like that, you know. Most foolish asura you take and you put it for washing machine. Then this AC is another one thing. Mixer grinder. Microwave is the best demon. Microwave. Mera kawa ka rasta. Man, these people sell all these things and then say microwave is dangerous. After selling to you, they will tell you, no, don't put this in your pocket. Don't charge while you are in the petrol bunk. Or don't talk while you are in the petrol bunk. Why all these things after invention, man? Tell us before only, then you will decide whether to buy or not. They won't do. Doctors also, when they give the goal, you know, the healthcare, this industry is another big danger. They give the goli. And they give another additional side goli. Why this is buy one get one free? Yeah? No. When you buy this, when you put this, some problem will come. For that, this additional supply. And they do all these things. And there's so many people manufacturing goli after goli after goli. Man, inside ginger, 100% you are sure that only ginger will be there. Right? Inside the crocin strip, how sure are you that crocin will be there? We are just buying, only looking at the expiry date. We don't even know what is inside. And we are believing that person. Gama Vishacha Bhutani, Daryameham Mojasa, Krishna says, Pushnami cha Aushadhi Sarvaha. I nourish with my energy with all these herbs and everything. And we don't believe in him. Is there a limit to our foolishness? At least we should be free from this nonsense. Let the whole world go to hell. Dunya jai jahannum. You please save. Maharaj used to say, Dunya jai jahannum. You please save yourself. Let them come afterwards. So let's continue. Next verse. Many things in this purport, but we will go fast. Half an hour only more. Te chandaveganucharaha puranjanapuram yada hartum are bhire tatra pratyashetat prajagaraha.
When King Gandharva Raj, Chandaveg and his followers began to plunder the city of Puranjan, a snake with 5 hoods began to defend the city.
So this snake with 5 hoods is what? The 5 airs. Prana, Pana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. This trying its best to save. Because in our life, no, last thing to go is the life air. Senses and all will go, it's already going. So, but last thing to go is the life air. Right? That is the last thing to fight. Till the last moment, it was somehow or other trying to retain itself inside this body. The attachment it has for the body, no, it's very difficult to give it up. So it's very difficult to, it will not leave at all so easily. So the Atma will pull it. Paramatma will pull the Atma. Atma will pull the life air. It will not come. That's why that struggle is very difficult. So, okay. Now,
Guruji, as the soul comes out, so the pranavayu goes with the body, no? Goes with the soul.
No.
It stays with the body, no?
No.
It is finished.
All the vayus are gone to the air. Vayu becomes merged with the vayu. Prana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. What is the last one? Apana. These 5 will be gone. These are the gross airs. Then there are 5 other subtle airs. Kurma, Krakara, Dhananjaya, then 2 more. Kurma, Krakara, Dhananjaya. I will tell you, it's there in the one particular verse. 369. If you take that verse, it has all the details of all the 10 airs. 5 sukshma airs are there, 5 subtle, 5 stula airs are there. Three, 6, 9, easy to remember. It's there, no? Devadatta, yes. That one is Devadatta, and then Krikara, Naga. Yeah, Devadatta, Naga. There is function for all these 5 airs. This Dhananjaya is the only air that will stay in the body after the Atma leaves. All other airs will be gone. See what Prabhupada is saying here nicely. This the opening of the eyes and mouth is done by the Naga air. That is why when one dies, eye just goes like this, mouth goes like this. So Naga air left. That's why we are not able to. Now it is with us still. That's why we are opening and closing. Right? And then the next thing is Krikara. It increases the appetite. So that thing goes down, our appetite goes down. Then the next thing is the helps contraction is Kurma, like contraction, like this, leg moving legs. I fold my hands like this. This is contraction and expansion. So when a person dies, that's all. No more contraction. You cannot. So that air is also gone. And then the air which helps in relaxation by opening by that, our yawning, our snoring, all those things, they are all done by the Devadatta air. Devadatta Vayu. When Devadatta comes, we have all this yawning and all those things comes. Then that air which helps sustenance, the shape of the body, that is called Dhananjaya. So after some time also that body still stays the same. But you leave it for a month or so, it contracts. It loses its shape, isn't it? So the Dhananjaya slowly goes away. After a long time, it goes away. I mean, few months or so.
So these 5 are subtle hairs.
They are subtle hairs. Those 5 are gross hairs. So except Dhananjaya, all of them go away. Subtle air means you will not feel its presence. Prana air, you have to feel the presence. Apana, when it goes, you will know the thing. And then suddenly that Vyana, Udana, and the digestion happens, some that is the sound it gives, now you can feel its presence. But this subtle vayus, you cannot feel its presence. But you can see through the outcome. You understand? You cannot perceive its presence. Got it? See the signs. This signs you don't get anywhere else. Prabhupada only gives. And this is only one Vayu. Then we talk about Agni. Then there is water also inside. All these have its own different types are there. Okay, let's continue. Where is the next one?
Sa saptab
17, huh?
16.
16, huh? Please go ahead.
Sa saptabi sataireko vimsatya sa satam sama puranjana pratyaksho gandharvairuyude. The five-hooded serpent, the superintendent and protector of the city of King Puranjan, fought with the Gandharvas for 100 years. He fought alone with all of them, although they numbered 720. 360
plus 360, day and night. This Vayu is fighting with the day every day. As we go along in our old age, every day we'll feel like we are crossing a mountain. Even walking up to this point will be like crossing a mountain. So much pain will be there. We cannot help it at all. There is no service center where you can go and change this bone, that bone, spine, nothing of that sort. Let's go to the next one.
Shyamane swasambande ekasmin bahubir yuda chintam param jagamartha sarastra purabhandava. Because he had to fight alone with so many soldiers, all of whom were great warriors, the serpent with 5 hoods became very weak. Seeing that his most intimate friends was weakening, King Puranjan and his friends and the citizens living within the city all became very anxious.
So citizens means kidney, liver, lungs, intestine, all these things. They are all the other parts of the city. Because the city is nothing but our body. Okay. Actually, this is a very beautiful purport, but a nice, interesting twist Prabhupada gives in the end of the purport. To meditate. Can you read from there?
To meditate, one must restrain himself from all kinds of sense gratification. Unfortunately, meditation has now become a fashion for those who are overly addicted to sensual things. Such meditation is defeated by the struggle for existence. Sometimes such meditative
meditation is defeated by the struggle for existence. Very beautiful words it is. You may do all meditation and everything, all other ways. But the struggle for existence, when it comes, you cannot do that. That meditation will not help. Only Krishna can help. Please continue.
Sometimes such meditative processes pass for transcendental meditation. King Puranjan, the living entity, being thus victimized by the hard struggle for existence, took to transcendental meditation with his friends and relatives.
I understood the Prabhupada's, what do you call that as quip. During those days, this one Maharishi Mahesh Yogi was doing transcendental meditation. Some of the devotees were coming to Krishna and also were going there also. And he was getting money and giving some transcendental meditation, TM they call it. So they would come and ask about TM to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada will just discard them. Just throw them out. Just ignore them. This is not, you not encourage them. If you want to come here, only Krishna, no, all this transcendental meditation and all. So that's what he's telling towards the end. King Puranjana, even being this victim, also for instance, took to transcendental meditation. He was upset with some of these devotees. To my knowledge, also somebody was doing that. He will come in the morning, sit with us and read Bhagavatam. Evening, he will go and do transcendental meditation. And we are asked, what you are getting? I said, no, I get some peace of mind. Man, we are getting joy. You are only getting peace of mind. We get nice prasadam. What are you getting there? Anywhere where you don't get offered prasadam, that place is hell only. It can be transcendental meditation, it can be whatever it is. Let's go further.
स एव पुर्या मधुभुक् पाञ्चलेषु स्वपार्षदै उपनित्यं बलिं गृणा स्त्रीजितो न विदद्भयम्. King Puranjan collected taxes in the city known as Panchala and thus was able to engage in sexual indulgence. Being completely under the control of women, he could not understand that his life was passing away and that he was reaching the point of death.
Next.
कालस्य दुहित काचित् त्रिलोकीं वरम् इच्छति पर्यतान्ति न भरिष्मान् Patyanandata Kaschana. My dear king, Pachana Barishit, at this time, the daughter of formidable time, was seeking her husband throughout the 3 worlds. Although no one agreed to accept her, she came.
This is the beauty. This daughter of time is actually old age, Jara. Okay. And this is very nicely proper writes here. See, no scientists or philosophers have ever been able to make a solution to these 4 miserable conditions about age, old age, disease. This, read the next line onwards.
The invalidity of old age, known as Jara, is figuratively explained here as the daughter of time. No one likes her, but she is very much anxious to accept anyone as her husband.
No one likes her. No one likes Jara. No one likes old age, but everybody gets it.
No one likes to become old and invalid, but this is inevitable for everyone.
This is the thing. We have to accept Jara. There is no option available for us. Next.
Durbhagyenatmano loke vishruta durbhagyati sa yatusta raja rishayetu vrittadhat puravevaram. The daughter of time, Jara, was very unfortunate. Consequently, she was known as Durgaba, ill-fated. However, she was once pleased with a great king, and because the king accepted her, she granted him a great benediction.
So he is going to tell that story now. Who is that king? How he accepted her and all that. Next.
Kadachit atmanasha brahmalokan mahim gatam.
See what Prabhupada is telling us in a purport of this previous verse is that you can collect as much as you want as opulence, but when you become old, you cannot enjoy it. You will have a nice big bungalow villa near the seashore, but you cannot go there in the old age and live there. You need some servants and others to be with you, and you need some hospitals nearby. So you would want to live in some city or somewhere. So like this, everything that you may buy the best car, but your old age will not allow you to drive it. You cannot even go in the car even if a driver is there. So in this world, how much ever opulence you get, to enjoy it, you need to have some little good bhagya. Right? That's why I've been always telling that anybody who is out with all the material opulence and everything, what food they eat in the daytime? What they can eat? Junk food only. They think that is a very nourishing food. But you see, we don't have money like these Ambanis and Adanis or whatever. We don't have servants like that. How joyful we are. All these Tatas, Birlas, or whoever it may be. They can have as many cars, as many bungalows as they want. Are they happy? We have nothing to do. But we are just doing some seva. And Krishna is protecting us like anything. And even if there is some difficulty, we are happy. Right? We don't really anyway disturbed about it. That's how we should be. Live a peaceful life, happy life. With Bhagavatam, everything is all right. Holy name will protect you anywhere. Don't just think, look at the other person and say, what is it? Don't look at others' palace and burn your hut. Your hut is your palace. Don't burn it. The other person may have a palace, but you go there, how much pain he has, he only knows. But inside the hut, you can be happy and peaceful. Right? Let's continue.
When I once came to this earth from Brahmaloka, the highest planetary system, the daughter of time, wandering over the universe, met me. Knowing me to be an avowed brahmachari, she became lusty and proposed that I accept her.
It's very nice. Now, Narada Muni is telling about himself. That same, who is coming to meet him? What's her name? She has another name. Kalakanya. So this purport is really nice. Please read this.
The great sage Narada Muni was a Naishtika brahmachari. That is, he never had sex life. He was consequently an evergreen youth. Old age, Jara, could not attack him. The invalidity of old age can overcome an ordinary man. But Narada Muni was different. Taking
Prabhupada used the word evergreen youth. For Narada Muni, evergreen youth. Means always he was youthful. Nice. Please continue.
Taking Narada Muni to be an ordinary man, the daughter of time confronted him with her lusty desire. It requires great strength to resist a woman's attraction. It is difficult for old men, and what to speak of young. Those who live as brahmachari must follow in the footsteps of the great sage.
Who never proposed, who never accepted the proposals of Jara. Now, Jara also, only if you allow it to come, it will come. If you do all sensual indulgence, you will have no option. There is no choice given to you. But Narada Muni had a choice. She comes and asks, but Narada Muni had a choice. Because of his purity. Purity is the force. You see? Please read further.
Those who are too much sexually addicted become victims of Jara, and very soon their lifespan is shortened. Without utilizing the human form of life for Krishna consciousness, the victims of Jara die very soon in this world.
Very powerful, no? Prabhupada is giving such nice. So far, he was giving Grahastha seminar. This verse is for Brahmachari seminar. This purport. Okay, let's see the next one.
Mayi samrabhya vipula madachapam sudushaham statum arhasi naikatra madhyancha vimuko mune.
These verses will be very interesting, very sweet. Please read.
The great sage Narada continued, when I refused to accept her request, she became very angry at me and cursed me severely. Because I refused her request, she said that I would not be able to stay in one place for a long time.
Right, this is very sweet, no? The thing is, what he is telling is that when you are really spiritually nourished, then you will be famous. You will go everywhere without any restriction. When you are not spiritually nourished, you will have 100 things to carry with you. So many goalies, so many this thing, that thing, some stick and all that. But Narada Muni doesn't have pockets. He just only tambura, that's all. He doesn't have some Visa, MasterCard, some this card, that card, nothing he has. And no passports, nothing. Because of his purity in devotional service. He can stop others from accepting, but nobody can stop him. Everything is because of that Naishtika Brahmacharya that he carries on. And so even though she, when he did not accept her, she cursed him in return. She said, you will not stay in one place. But the curse itself, he is taking it as benediction only. Daksha also cursed him, na? He took it as a benediction. So when you are free, whatever people give you, you will accept it as benediction. They will fire you, they will call you nonsense, whatever they may tell you. Hare Krishna. That's it. You be like that, no? People will get disturbed by you. What I am trying to agitate him is not getting agitated at all. And in turn, he is agitating me. Man, you get angry, man. Why? You are telling the truth only. I am a rascal. You're telling me I'm a rascal. I'm a fool. You're telling me I'm a fool. Then they will not tell you that you are a fool at all. When you accept you are a fool, they will not keep telling you are a fool. When you reject you are a fool, only they will keep telling you. So better just accept you are a fool. Fine. Finished. Cut short the material things. Right? See how nice purport Prabhupada is writing here.
The great sage Narada Muni has a spiritual body. Therefore, old age, disease, birth, and death do not affect him.
So if you closer to spiritual the spiritual body, then these both things will not be affecting you.
Narada is the most kind devotee of the Supreme Lord, and his only business is to travel all over the universe and preach God consciousness. In other words, his business is to make everyone a Vaishnava. Under the circumstances, there is ordinarily no need for him to stay in one place for more than the time he requires to preach. Since by his own free will, he is already traveling all over the universe.
See, this line, please read it again. Under the circumstances,
there is ordinarily no need for him to stay in one place for more than the time he requires to preach.
There is no need for him to stay. So he decides how long to stay. They don't decide how long you stay. Only if you are dependent on the other person, they decide how long you stay. If you are not dependent on the other person, you decide when you want to leave. You understand? Dependent on you for your happiness. It's very tricky, very, very subtle point it is. You understand? When you keep on doing seva, you are not dependent on the other person. When you don't do seva only, you have to depend on the other person. Suppose if I come here, I say, Prabhu, I have come all these years, please give me some place to stay. They will say, out of kindness, you call Sham or Radhesham Prabhu or Revdipati Prabhu. They will say, okay, Prabhu, you please stay there. And every day I come only for the 2-timer prasadam. 10 o'clock I come, 4 o'clock I come. After 3-4 days, you will say, Prabhuji, till how long you are going to stay? That is a natural thing. That's the right thing to ask also. Correct? Without seva, if you are trying to this thing, you are dependent on the other person. So they decide when you have to leave. But if you are continuously doing seva, they will tell you, Prabhuji, stay for 2 more days, please. It was nice to Rice, you did this seva. Please, can you help us also? It was so nice. You understand? Service means I am all for giving. You understand? Sense gratification means I am all for taking. So people cannot give you forever. So they'll say at some point, wait, I want to stop you. I have to give to others also. You are not Krishna to give as much as unlimitedly. We have very limited things only with us. Time or objects or whatever we have. Right? So Narada Muni is like that. That is why when Narada Muni comes, everybody is welcoming him, even though he is an uninvited guest. When Durvasa comes, he comes with so much wants. He comes with so much demands. So people are like really worried when he comes. By God, when he will leave. If he leaves, then it is the best freedom for us. Why do both are uninvited guests only? But you see how Narada Muni is and how Durvasa is. So please read and complete that statement. So it's very nice.
Since by his own free will, he is already traveling all over the universe, the curse of Kalakanya is described as fortunate.
Beautiful. He is already traveling. He is already traveling. So the Kalakanya is cursing. It's not a misfortune. It's a fortune only. Oh, you are also telling that I have to go. Let me go. And then further.
Like Narada Muni, many other devotees of the Lord are engaged in preaching the glories of the Lord in different places and in different universes. Such personalities are beyond the jurisdiction of material life.
See how Prabhupada is connecting this? Those who are preaching Krishna consciousness all over the world, for them, there is no, this jara, all these things will not affect. Take the example of His Holiness Jayapatak Maharaj. The kind of bodily difficulties that he is going through, nobody can survive also. They can't even stay in this body. And here he is traveling all over the world, giving classes, attending GBC meetings, and attending Rath Yatras. And you cannot just imagine all these thing how he is doing. And he's doing it all for others' well-being only, not for his own sense thing. He doesn't. What is he going to gain by doing that? He is going to hospitals to preach to the doctors. In Chennai, he comes to the hospital and he chants in the clicker, and he gives that. No, I am just giving you. You chant in this clicker. I am initiating you. Clicker initiation. So because the doctors, they cannot go around in the hospital with the beadbacks. No, he's considerate about it. He says, okay, you start chanting in the clicker. And they all come, and I'm just coming here to give you Krishna consciousness. See how you are all doing, that's all. You just treat my body, my seva will keep going on. One side they will take the blood, one side he will be attending the meetings. This is the effect of, this is what the last line that Prabhupada says here. This is what it means. I'm just giving one example. You have seen Param Puja Gopal Krishna Maharaj also. How he was, so many years he was having difficulties with walking, sitting and all that. But he was traveling all over the world. How he was managing all the temples, so many temples. And have you seen him do the puja in the morning, Mangalarti thing? I had the fortune of seeing his doing Mangalarti puja for all his deities. Anyone in this condition will just let someone else to do it. But physically, he only does it. He washes and wipes, and the earrings for the Gaurnita and all, he slowly takes, minutely takes and puts it on. And it's so transcendental to watch that. It's so childish innocence that he just take and put it, and then put the thing around the Angastra also, he'll put it nicely. And after he dresses, you will not even believe that he was dressing. You will be thinking that someone else did that dressing. But actually Maharaj, with all his invalidity, he will do that. And he will let someone keep reading Prabhupada's Bhagavatam. You keep reading, I am doing all these things. Mangalarti prayers are over, then Bhagavatam. Whole thing. The whole morning program, you will continue the Abhishek and washing. Narsinghadev is one small brush, one toothbrush specifically for that. With that you will just wash, minutely you will wash. And you will not see his eyesight for 8 years old, what eyesight one can have. And you will be like this. His glass will be like this, and be looking like this, and he'll brush will do. So amazing to watch these great souls in action, Anybody, one by one you take, everybody will have their own special things. And that is where this Kalakanya does not have any effect on them. It's the beauty. Right? Okay, let's go further. No, we completed that statement. Okay, let's quickly go to the next 2 or 3 verses.
23. Tato vihita sankalpa kanyakaya vaneshwaram mayopaditam asadya vavre namna bhayam patim. After she was thus disappointed by me, with my permission, she approached the king of Yavanas, whose name was Bhaya, or fear, and she accepted him as her husband.
So, Narad Muni rejected. She cursed. But still Narad Muni is doing something good to that girl, Kalakanya, Jara. What does he do? He gives her shelter to another thing, that is Bhaya. So, old age will lead to Bhayam. Right? Chandavaka is the time. Time brings old age. Old age husband is Bhayam. So, anybody who is old without Krishna consciousness, they will be always afraid. Bhaya will always accompany. How nice the sequence is, huh? See this beautiful thing. Let's read the purport.
Being the most perfect Vaishnava, Narad Muni is always willing to do good to others, even to one who curses him.
See, this statement is very beautiful statement. Doing good to others, even to the one who curses him. This is a very, very transcendental quality. And when we have this quality, that is when we will be truly a Vaishnava. I will tell you one example. Hope you won't mind a few more minutes extra. Once what happened in Rajkot, those days I'm talking about, not now when Maharaj was there. There the temple the smaller temple, the deities were there. So during Sunday feast, lot of people will. Now the big temple has opened. Those days it was that smaller guest house. And that the big center thing will be there. Like our Kunjabihari temple in those days, no? Like that. So what happened? Maharaj used to invite anybody, all congregation people, and just one by one, he will talk to them like family person only. Talk to them about their family issues, give them counsel, whatever. So there was one man who came with his 10, 12 years old son, and he was coming, spending time with Maharaj, doing all menial services, and he was going around and doing all kinds of services in the temple. So very soon, devotees in the temple became kind of attached to him, or started liking him. And the child was also very nicely learning slokas and all that. And he would come and sit with Maharaj for quite a few hours, and he gained trust of everybody there. After some time, what happened? One Sunday feast where almost 1,000 devotees were there. Our temple, at that time, temple commander, now he's temple president, Vaishnava Seva Prabhu, he was going up to see Maharaj used to keep the Lakshmi in some safe place inside some locker rooms inside the temple only. So this man, by gaining the trust, he somehow or other knew where all the things will be kept. So one day what happened? He went through and he took the key and he went inside the thing without anybody's knowledge, and the kirtans were all going on, and he stole the money and went away. Whatever money was there, stole that. The next day, Vaishnava Seva Prabhu comes and sees the money was not there, and he was really shocked. And he went and told this to Maharaj. Maharaj, this happened, we don't know who has taken it. Because they couldn't doubt this person. He gained so much trust from everyone. So later they started thinking, asking everybody to, we are going to call the police and everybody should come and think. Like that they were telling to the congregation. Congregation, devotees, almost everybody else, they didn't do anything wrong. So they were ready to come and give the fingerprint, whatever. But this person alone didn't come. He didn't come on that day. So what happened? They kind of doubted him that this person is the one. After that, he didn't come at all. So they kind of felt that, okay, this person only did it. But Maharaj said, don't go to police. Let's not create anything with the congregation. We know that this person has taken. So Vaishnava was saying, Maharaj, then we can go and catch him red-handed. Maharaj said, no, don't do anything. Krishna will punish him. We know that, but we cannot prove it, so we'll just leave it alone. And he said, and then the devotees are very much upset. Then Maharaj said, now all of us should chant 16 rounds extra from now on, every day. Your normal 16 rounds, plus you have to chant 16 more rounds. So everybody was morose. Money has gone, and Maharaj is saying, and then Maharaj said, these extra 16 rounds, we have to chant for his well-being of his family, wife and children. Because Krishna is definitely going to punish him at some point. But it should not be that this innocent people should be affected. So they should not be affected. So for them you pray that Krishna, please don't punish them. Money, whether it is coming or not, it is no worries. But let's not. We don't want that innocent family to be to go through the pain. This is what even to one who does offend you, or they put you into difficulty, you wish good for their family. That is real Vaishnava Paradukha Dukhi. Prabhupada also did that many times, so many times. So this is very important. See, Narada Muni, this lady cursed, but still he is giving her some place to stay. Let's continue.
Next verse.
No.
Although Kalkanya, the daughter of time, was refused by Narad Muni, she was given a shelter. Of course, no one could give her shelter, but a Vaishnava gives shelter somewhere to such an unfortunate
See,
girl.
where nobody else can take shelter, they can take shelter under a Vaishnava. This is a beauty. Even drunkards come, we allow them to take prasadam. Right? Even some debauchees or anyone else, thief also comes, we don't care, come and take prasadam, we say. Thief does not have any place everywhere. They are always worried, who will see. But here, we don't treat them. We treat them, everybody as devotees only. How nice, no?
When Jara or old age attacks, everyone dwindles and deteriorates. In one stroke, Narad Muni gave shelter to Kalkanya and counteracted the ordinary karmis. If one accepts the instruction of Narad Muni, the ocean of fear, bhaya, can be very quickly removed by the grace of that great Vaishnava.
Amazing, no? by the grace of here and all, Prabhupada will be really enjoying. Wherever Narada Muni comes, no, Prabhupada will be in his own elements. He will write so nice glorification of Narada Muni. Enjoy Narada Muni. If you read Bhagavatam, at least one thing should happen is whether you love Krishna or not, you will enjoy loving Narada Muni. If you don't do that, you haven't read Narada Bhagavatam at all. Forget about loving Krishna, that comes, doesn't matter. But loving Narada Muni should be there for sure. He's such a character, such a sweet character. No kalmash, nothing. He does some little trick here and there, but that also we enjoy. Goes and tells Kamsa, go and does something else to Hiranyakashipu. Right? Everywhere he is there. But you enjoy his pastime because he is doing everything for Krishna, for the pleasure of Krishna. Next.
Rishabham yavvananam tvam vrine virepsitam patim sankalpastvai bhutanam kritah kila na rishyati. Approaching the king of Yavanas, Kalkanya addressed him as a great hero, saying, "My dear sir, you are the best of the untouchables. I am in love with you and I want you as my husband. I know that no one is baffled if he makes friends with you."
So Narada Muni points her to this king of Yavana. Then she is telling that I want to be her husband. Now this second paragraph is very nice. Please read.
If a person is Krishna conscious, he can work like a young man even if he is 75 or 80 years old. Thus the daughter of Kal, time, cannot overcome a Vaishnav. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami engaged in writing Chaitanya Charitamrita when he was very old, yet he presented the most wonderful literature about the activities of Lord Chaitanya. Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami began their spiritual lives at a very old age, that is after they retired from their occupations and family lives. Yet they presented many valuable literatures for the advancement of spiritual life. This is confirmed by Srila Srinivas Acharya, who praised Goswamis in this way.
Nana Shastra Vicharanaika Nipuno Sadharma Sanstapako Lokanam Hitakarino Tribhuvane Manyo Sharanyakaro Radha Krishna Padaravinda Bhajana Nandena Mattaliko Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako. I offer my respectful obeisances unto six Goswamis, namely Shri Sanatan Goswami, Shri Rupa Goswami, Shri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Shri Raghunath Das Goswami, Shri Jiva Goswami, and Shri Gopalak Bhatta Goswami, who are very expert in scrutinizingly studying all the revealed scriptures with the aim of establishing eternal religious principles for the benefit of all human beings. Thus, they are honored all over the three worlds and they are worth taking shelter of because they are absorbed in the mood of Gopism and are engaged in the transcendental loving service of Radha and Krishna. Thus, Jara, the effect of old age does not harass a devotee. This is because a devotee follows the instructions and determination of Narad Muni. All devotees are very important, huh? Instructions and determination. Not only instruction alone, determination also. In fact, Dhruva Maharaj's determination is nothing but the determination of Narad Muni. Prahlad's determination is not just his own thing, but is the surrender and determination of Narad Muni. Without a guru having it, how can the disciple get it? Please, beautiful purport it is. Please read.
All the devotees are in the disciplic succession stemming from Narad Muni because they worship the deity according to Narad Muni's direction, namely Narada Pancharatra or Pancharatrika Vidhi. A devotee follows the principles of Pancharatrika Vidhi as well as Bhagavad Vidhi. Bhagavad Vidhi includes preaching work, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, the hearing and the chanting of the glories of Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Pancharatrika Vidhi includes Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmani, Vedanam. Because a devotee rigidly follows the instructions of Narad Muni, he has no fear of old age, disease or death.
This is the secret. If you want to be free of the fear of old age, disease and death, you strictly follow the instructions of Narad Muni, that's pretty much enough.
Apparently, a devotee may grow old, but he is not subject to the symptoms of defeat experienced by
the beauty. This is the point. Anybody who has a devotee also becomes old. They are not subjected to the symptoms of defeat experience. Parabhavasthavadabhojada. That defeat, devotees will never feel it because they are completely full. They completely feel they are successful. They don't care. Somebody will come and tell you, hey, you studied in IIT, you studied in IIM, and you wasted your life, wasted your parents' money, and you have joined full time. And you say, man, I am happy. What is your problem? And that is my problem. How can you be happy after giving up? See how it is really? Let's go further. Such a beautiful statement. Huh? See, this is where we should really enjoy Prabhupada and appreciate Prabhupada. A devotee, but he is not subjected to the symptoms of defeat experienced by a common man in old age. That's what Maharaj was telling. Old age is curse unless and until you are with Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam only give you prasannata.
Consequently, old age does not make a devotee fearful of death as a common man is fearful of death. When Jara,
Narad Muni was never afraid of that girl, Jara. All others are afraid. Oh, no, I don't want. The moment she comes, they are all running away. But he is not running away. He is casually, cool. What do you want? I will not accept you, but I will give you another place to go. Right? It's like somewhere you go, they'll say, can you please give some Lakshmi for Janmashtami? They'll say, no, I won't give, but I will tell you another address you can go and get. Then there's someone else's address, they'll give you, go and collect from there. So it's like that. Narad Muni will not give a single paisa. He will send that skull example we told, na? Greed. He didn't have any money. He sent him to Kuber because he have high contacts. All big. Did we not discuss that in the beginning of the... we did discuss that here, I think. The skull, greed. For lust and greed we discussed, no? Come, you didn't know about this Kuber story? Did I tell you that Kuber story? There be one beggar. That beggar carried his begging bowl and he was going everywhere. But whenever they put the money, it just vanishes. It is not filling. So one day he came to Narad Muni. Narad Muni was looking at beggar, hey, what is this begging bowl you have? Please put something. I myself am a beggar. You are asking me from me. So I will tell you, but I will give you one thing. I will write a letter to my contact. You please go and get beggar. You will never beg again in your life. So he writes a letter, my dear Kuber, I am sending you one of my contacts. He's a beggar. Please make sure that he doesn't beg again. So give some Lakshmi from your treasury, from your khazana. So he takes that letter and goes to the Kuber's kingdom. And when he goes inside, Kuber says, what is this beggar and all coming here? No, I am coming from Narad Muni. Oh, you are a great person. You are a VIP. We treat him with the VIP. We have the VIP pass. So he bring him to this thing. And what do you want? I'm really feeling very hungry. So please put something here so that I can buy something. So he calls his security, says, this guy is coming with a bowl. Take some few gems or gold or something and fill it in. So that person does it and it is vanishing. It is not filling at all. Then he's worried, it gets more and more and more. And finally, Kuber is losing his khazana. He says, hey man, soon you will make me also beg like you. All my wealth, everything is gone. So what is it, man? What magic you have that Narad Muni is sending you to me? Then he says, is there anything problem with your bowl, some hole or something you have? Then he turns around and see it's not a begging bowl, it's a human skull. Full of desires. Pramurda lobam. Vishayeshu lalasam. You got it? There is no end to that desire at all. So how much, even Kuber's khazana could not fulfill the desires of greedy desires of a man. That is the beauty of that story. It's a human skull only. So whatever you put inside, goes more.
when Jara or old age take shelter of devotee, Kalkanya diminishes the devotee's fear. A devotee.
When Jara old takes shelter of a devotee, Kalakanya
diminishes
the devotee's fear.
A devotee knows that after death, he is going back home, back to Godhead. Therefore, he has no fear of death. Thus, instead of depressing a devotee, advanced age helps him become fearless and thus happy.
This is all because of the mercy of Narad Muni. Because Narad Muni gave shelter to that Jara only to Karmi people, that we devotees are saved from that. If Narad Muni gave it to devotees also, we will also be afraid of. But because he is our Acharya, he was not afraid of death and old age. He will never be touched by it because of his purity of bhakti. So we also follow in his footsteps. We can also be free of this Jara and Kalakanya. Beautiful, no? This is the final. The story is coming to a nice conclusions now. With of course the next chapter, but here let's see the next one.
द्वाविम इमाव अनुशोचन्ति बालाव असद अवग्रहौ यल्लोकशास्त्रोपन्नतं नराति न tad ichhati. One who does not give charity according to the customs or injunctions of the scriptures, and one who does not accept charity in that way are considered to be in the mode of ignorance. Such persons follow the path of foolish. Surely they must lament at the end.
Next. This shloka has a lot of deep meaning, but we will come to that tomorrow maybe. We just finish this chapter today. Next one.
अतो भजस्व मां भद्रा भजन्ति मे दयां कुरु एतावान् पौरुषो धर्म यदार्थान् अनुकम्पते. Kalakanya continued, O gentle one, I am now present before you to serve you. Please accept me and thus show me mercy. It is a gentleman's greatest duty to be compassionate upon a person who is distressed.
See, now read the first line, very beautiful it is.
Yavanaraj, the king of Yavanas, could also refuse to accept Kalakanya, daughter of time, but he considered the request due to the order of Narada Muni.
Please read.
Thus he accepted Kalakanya in a different way. In other words, the injunction of Narada Muni as a path of devotional service can be accepted by anyone within the three worlds, and certainly by the king of Yavana.
See, they also they can accept the injunction of Narada Muni. Means Narada Muni told, you see, you only give problems to those who are karmis. Don't touch devotees. To Kalakanya and Yavanaraj. Now they are also doing devotional service indirectly because they are following Narada Muni's advice. You understand? Their duty may be like policeman duty. You have to beat the thieves. But then they can be devotees still. Like army people, policemen and all that. Okay. Please read this further. Prabhupada writes some very nice lines in this
Lord
book.
Chaitanya himself requested everyone to preach the cult of Bhakti Yoga all over the world, in every village and town. Preachers in the Krishna consciousness movement have actually experienced that even the Yavanas and the Melechas have taken to spiritual life on the strength of Narada Muni's Pancharatrika Vidhi. When mankind follows the disciplic succession as recommended by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everyone throughout the world will benefit.
Beautiful, na? See how much positive vibe and encouragement that Prabhupada gives in his words. I just don't feel like missing a single line in the purport, but we are also limited by the time. Otherwise, we can just keep on reading one purport after another. Next.
Kala Kanyodita Vacho Nisamya Yavaneswara Chikir Surdeva Ghuyyam Sa Sasmitam Tamabhasata. After hearing the statement of Kalakanya, daughter of time, the king of the Yavanas began to smile and devise a means for executing his confidential duty on behalf of Providence. He then addressed Kalakanya as follows.
See, this is very interesting. Although Kalakanya means, see, very interesting thing. Actually, read that first few lines of the purport, very beautiful.
Actually, the supreme controller is the personality of Godhead Krishna and everyone is his servants. Yavan Raja, the king of Yavanas, was also a servant of
Krishna.
Krishna.
Beautiful. Prabhupada now brings a very nice dimension here. He is also doing the work of a personified, death personified. He is also doing very important seva because karmis and atheists or other non-devotees have to be treated by him, na? Isn't it? We need a police station also, na? Please continue.
Consequently, he wanted to execute the purpose of Krishna through the agency of Kalakanya.
He tried to execute the purpose of Krishna through the agency of Kalakanya.
Although Kalakanya means invalidity or old age, Yavanaraj wanted to serve Krishna by introducing Kalakanya everywhere. Thus, a sane person by attaining old age will become fearful of death. Foolish people engage in material activities as if they will live forever and enjoy material advancement. But actually, there is no material advancement. Under illusion, people think that material opulence will save them. But But although there has been much advancement in material science, the problem of human society, birth, death, old age, and disease are all unsolved. Nonetheless, foolish scientists are thinking that they have advanced materially. When Kalakanya, the invalidity of old age, attacks them, they become fearful of death.
If they are sane. This is a beautiful statement. See, this is what Prabhupada is trying to insist here. Even these philosophers, scientists, etc., they will initially not accept Krishna. They will think they are the best and everything. But when the old age comes, when the disease comes, then somewhere this Kalakanya and this Chandavega will ensure that they appreciate and accept the futility of death, and they will take to Krishna consciousness at least in the last days. So Kalakanya and Chandavega, indirectly they are forcing people to become devotees. At least some percentage of them. Those who are completely into material enjoyment, just we cannot do anything. They have to be beaten only. Okay, let's go to the next verse.
Maya nirupitastubhyam patiratma samadhina nabhinandati lokoyam twamabhadram asammatam. The king of Yavanas replied, after much consideration, I have arrived at a husband for you. Actually, as far as everyone is concerned, you are inauspicious and mischievous. Since no one likes you, how can anyone accept you as his wife?
So this purport also Prabhupada says similarly the same thing, that after much consideration, the king of Yavanas decided to make the best use of the bad bargain. Kalakanya is bad, but then she can be used also in the proper way. No one liked her, but everything can be used for the service of the Lord. Yukta Vairagya. Thus, the king of Yavanas tried to utilize her for some purpose. The purpose has already been explained. That is, Kalakanya Jara, the invalid or voltage, can be used to arouse a sense of fear in people so that they will prepare somehow or other out of the fear of Jara, old age and death, they will come to Krishna consciousness. Next. How beautifully Prabhupada is writing these purports, you see. If not for Prabhupada's purports, we cannot appreciate these things. We will keep on thinking Kalakanya is bad, Yavana Raja is bad, Chanda is like that only be thinking. But here Prabhupada is giving us a beautiful revelation that they are also doing service to Krishna. They are also doing service to Krishna. Right? Death personified, Kala, everything, they are all doing service to Krishna. It may look horrible to you, but then they are also bringing people to Krishna consciousness somehow or other by the forcing them into fear. Otherwise, in Kali Yuga, nobody will come. Right? Like that day also we discussed about it, no? Like only by fear. The moment you give the fear, then they will start coming. Next.
Tvam avyakta gatir bhungsva lokam karma vinirmitam yahi me pranta yukta prajanasam pranishyasi. This word is a product of fruitive activities. Therefore, you may imperceptibly attack people in general. Helped by my soldiers, you can
imperceptibly. Again, the word comes.
You can kill them.
See, this word imperceptibly is so beautiful because with nobody even realizes that time is taking away their life. Everybody is running around doing party, this, that, so much. They don't realize that time is getting wasted. Money getting wasted is also okay, fine, get lost. You may have so much money, but you don't have so much time. Money you may have loads and loads in your bank, in your thing, khazana, everything you may have. But how much time you have? We don't know. Next moment you can pass away. Right? People don't realize the scarcity, the value of time at all. Last one.
Prajvaro mama bhrata tvam cha me bhagini bhava charami vubhabhyam lokesmin avyakto bhima sainika. The king of the Yavanas continued, here is my brother Prajvara. I now accept you as my sister. I shall employ both of you as well as my dangerous soldiers to act imperceptibly within the world.
Again, imperceptibly. Prabhupada loves this word so much. Say, okay, the second paragraph and then we are done.
The word Prajvara is very significant, for it means the fever sent by Lord Vishnu. Such a fever is always set at 107 degrees. The temperature
so Prajvara is the fever that comes just before death.
The temperature at which a man dies. Thus the king of the Melechas and Yavanas requested the daughter of time, Kalakanya, to become his sister. There was no need to ask her to become his wife, for the Yavanas and Melechas do not make distinction as far as sex life is concerned. Thus, one may outwardly be a sister, mother, or daughter and still have sex. Yavan Raja's brother was Prajvara, and Kalakanya was invalidity itself, combined and strengthened by the soldiers of Yavan Raja, namely non-hygienic conditions, illicit sex, and ultimately a high degree of temperature.
These are all the companions, soldiers. Non-hygienic conditions, soon you become old age. Then illicit sex, again more. That is all. These are all expediting our journey towards old age.
And ultimately a high degree of temperature to bring on death. They would be able to smash the materialistic way of life. In this connection, it is significant that Narada was immune to attack of Jara or invalidity. And similarly, Jara or the destructive force cannot attack any follower of Narada Muni or a pure Vaishnava.
Hari Hari Bol, Jai Narada Muni ki Jai, Narada Muni followers ki Jai, Shri Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Srila Gurudev ki Jai, Anantapati Vaishnava ki Jai, Thank you, Premanande. Jai Hari. Any questions, comments? Any questions from online or anybody there? Oh, I think many of them are left. Okay, if there's no questions, we can stop here. Okay, tomorrow, 28th chapter. Please come read the purports and translation, come, because it's a long chapter and every purport is really gold and worth the weight in gold. So we cannot, we won't feel like skipping at all. So if we don't have a proper, homework done, then it will take a longer time. So at least 28th chapter we should finish tomorrow.